All right. Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound okay, hit that number 1. Again, if you can hear me and if I sound all right, hit that number 1. So make sure everything is working as it should be. Oh boy. Oh wow. Still just dropping. All right. Ed Hoover. Can anybody else hear me? Hello? Danish. Gold is absolutely bonkers today. Hello? All right. Come on, we need to get at least 5 ones here. At least 5 ones to make sure that I sound all right so I can have confidence that the mic's not all messed up or something. Ed Hoover, Danish, Tom. There we go. Brett, Evil. Masi Mong. All right. All right. We are in business. And what's MNQ doing right now? Okay. MNQ. Yeah. Gold is like the talk of the town today. I mean, absolutely crazy action on gold today. But yes, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, October 21st in the year 2025. Hopefully everybody is off to a good start to the day. As always, if you've been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, hit that like button. If you are brand new, welcome, and it's great to have you. No need to hit the like button. I understand you have no idea if you're going to enjoy, but if you have been here before, like I said, and you know you're going to enjoy, hit that like button. But yeah, so who's been trading gold today is really the question. MNQ, don't get me wrong, it's not like it hasn't made some movements, but gold is just on a whole nother level today. I mean, down over 5.5%. And when a commodity is down this sort, I mean, that's just crazy. That is crazy. So anybody been trading gold today? Gold's going to buy you some tacos. Jim has been trading gold. Anybody else? Bill has been trading gold. All right. Maybe a better question is, what have you traded this morning? Maybe that would be a better question. Because if you have not been trading gold, then what have you been trading? Gold blew up an eval this morning. I could see how that would be the case. Buy gold, it is going higher. Perhaps, but I'm talking about more so from a day trading standpoint. Yeah, I can see if your investment thesis is buy it now, this is a dip, it'll be higher, in the next year, fine, but we're talking more so day trading. All week, gold and silver, tried copper, and it's too stagnant. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't even looked at silver. I don't know what the silver futures look like, but. And if I do just disappear, it is a windy day here in Iowa. So if I disappear, that just means my power went out. So I can hear the wind outside Holland. So just FYI. FYI. Just on MNQ, got caught in 2 spikes down through, so quite a bit, unfortunately. Gotcha. Yeah. Again, MNQ hasn't been bad. I'm not saying it's been bad at all. Just gold is kind of next level today. Clay is off to see the Wizard of Oz. Ah, I get it. The Yellow Brick Road. Took me a second, but yeah. Another terrible dad joke. But that is Kyle's MO right there. My son lives in Grand Rapids. Cool. Yeah, I no longer live there, but yeah, I have some experience. We're at, in Grand Rapids, I guess, but just curious what part, maybe I should better cross, what part of Grand Rapids? On the highest point. Yeah, Grand Rapids is a nice spot. All right, I'm going to look for a short here if it wants to come back down. Well, as it continues to move back up, never mind on that. So really just a question right now on gold is this a dead cat bounce? I mean, the clear trend, not to state the obvious, but is very much so bearish today. I mean, any way you want to look at it, you can look at the movement. I mean, just it is a bearish trend, but there can be recoveries. There can be reversals. So, if this is some sort of reversal, well, then people that are bearish minded are gonna experience some pain. But do you guys know why it dipped? I mean, I would just assume because profit takers have got to show up eventually, right? I mean, gold has been literally just straight up for like the past 8 years. I mean, yeah, look at this thing. Just up, 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 up. So to me, I would just say probably some profit taking. But it is gold, so who knows? Maybe tomorrow we'll be back at all-time highs. But okay, I'm in. Just very, very small size. So out there for a little scalpy scalp. I don't know what that number was at beforehand, but just very, very small size. I do still consider myself a newbie to gold. So I think I'm getting better at it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to act like I have zero idea, but yeah, it's been a couple weeks now, but I still, like I said, I don't want to be arrogant and be like, yep, I've been trading it for 2 weeks. I got a great feel for things. Nah, that's probably been a little unrealistic. If you watch K-Pop Demon. No, I can't say I have any idea what you're talking about. So it's a bit shocking to see the dip. I mean, no, it's not shocking at all. I mean, think about it. Look how crazy of a move this is. Remember, people are in the markets to make money. How do you make money in the market? Serious question. How do you make money in the market? If you were saying, well, you need things to go up. Kind of, but those are called unrealized gains. Yes, exactly, Ty. In order to literally make money, you have to sell. You have to sell your position. Because yes, people are quote unquote making money, kind of, sorta. Your unrealized gains are going up, but they're unrealized. They're not actually gains because those gains could disappear. The only thing to lock in those gains to officially make money, to be able to go buy stuff, is to sell. So when you see this sort of action, set aside the fundamentals, like just from a very practical nature of the market. Like it makes sense. At some point, people are like, you know what? I want to officially make money on this thing. I want to lock in my gains. And in order to lock in gains, you do have to sell. So to me, that's what all that looks like here. So yes, I fully agree with all the fundamentals aspect of things. Data centers need gold, this and this and this. Fully agree. But on the practical side of things, when you see that sort of movement, eventually people are like, yeah, I actually want to make money. So let me sell to lock in some gains. So sometimes you got to just step outside the world of kind of the fundamentals and all that stuff, which, like I said, can still be right. But there is the practical nature of side things. And there are buyers here you wouldn't be able to sell. Exactly, yeah. But right now the problem with the buyers is they're not willing to buy as high as they once were. That's why sellers are having to go lower to find those buyers. Again, it's just supply and demand. I don't care what anybody else says. It's literally supply and demand. It's buyers and sellers meeting up, doing a deal. And right now, with today, and if you want to sell, then you're going to have to sell for, as of right now, 5% lower than you could have done the previous session. Because that's where the buyers are saying, I'm willing to buy at. They're willing to buy 5% lower right now. So as a seller, if you're like, I'm not willing to sell at 5% lower, okay, well then don't do it. Of course, the risk to that is now maybe next week you're going to have to sell for 15% lower. But to be fair, on the flip side, maybe next week you're getting to sell it for 5% higher than where you bought it from. So, I mean, that is the market. That is the risk. If you're not happy with the deal, if you're not happy with the deal being presented to you, right? So right now I'm looking to buy. So I got to see, am I happy with where the sellers are willing to sell it to me? If I am, well, then I'll take the deal. If not, then I'm going to see if the sellers want to come down a little bit in price. After I obviously get in, now I care about, all right, now I'm trying to make a deal with the buyers. Are the buyers willing to buy where I feel comfortable selling. If they're not, okay, well then I can hold. Nobody's going to force me, but that is trading. It's just supply and demand. It's buyers and sellers making a deal. Anybody that wants to convolute it more than that is just trying to sell you something or sound really smart. This is the futures market. There is the stock market. A market, I'm not asking you to trust me. Just look at the definitions. A market is where buyers and sellers come together and try to cut deals. These deals just happen very quickly, and it's all electronicized, but that's all it is. It's buyers and sellers making deals. Not trading today. I'm overwhelmed with work. Yeah. All right, Jocko. Well, have a good day with work. I know how that goes sometimes, so. Okay. All right, MN. So MNQ here is actually approaching a pretty interesting level. We have a potential double whammy of resistance. We have the orange line, which is the previous session close, and we have the pink line, which is a 200 period simple moving average. Both those areas right up around there. So keep an eye on that. That's true, yeah. Judd, and then Judd will just make everything go up. Exactly. So maybe a short coming here on MNQ. Want to probably look for a little bit of confirmation first before I get too fancy with anything. Big bucks, no whammies. All right, both interesting situations as I flip back and forth. Let me ask this. How many people don't care about gold at all? Give me a 3 if you're like, I don't care about gold, Clay. I only watch NQ or MNQ. Do we have anybody here that like literally does not care about gold at all? Even on days like this where it's just amazing action? Man, all right. As somebody that used to be like you, again, if you have any history on the live stream, you know I used to despise gold. All I can say is on a day like today, it's worth checking out. Put on one MGC and what you think. Well, today is a good day to start to give things a try. Because I used to not have any experience. The only way to get experience with something is to throw your hat in the ring a little bit. Again, I used to be in camp 3. I don't care about gold, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you guys know this. But I'm telling you, especially on days like today, oh my goodness. MNQ is the futures. And in the futures, it is the micro NQ. The NQ is for the NASDAQ market. All right, here we go. Maybe a short here. If it wants to come down there, I'll get, I think, 94. Yeah. I can do that. Put a stop up there. So looking to get short at that red line. See if it wants to get rejected off of these areas, mainly on the 5-minute. Remember, on the 5-minute showed you the previous session close and the 200 period moving average. So let's see if it's going to get rejected off those areas. NQ points are 20. I don't remember. I don't know off the top of my head. It's nice. It's volatile. Yeah, exactly. Optional. I'm with optional too. Like a month ago, didn't care about it. Had lots of nasty things to say about it, but then some of you were like, Clay, you should just give it a try. Southpaw, are you not, like, where have you been, Southpaw? What are you laughing at? You say this like I haven't admitted it 8 million times. Where have you been? Okay, I'm going to move my entry right up there. Put my stop right there. If I can get in. Again, red line is my entry. Trying to wait for a little bit more confirmation. Okay, I'm in. Oh, that was a terrible fill. Holy smokes. Took one out. Took another one out. Let me put this in winner's territory. There you go. We'll keep coming down now. Gonna move my stop down as it goes. Come on, keep flushing. Keep flushing, brother. If it goes down below the pink line, I'll move my stop down again. That pink line might be kind of tough, though. That is the 200 period moving average. Hopefully I'm wrong, though, and it's not tough, and it just blasts down through it. Green line again is my stop. So this is by far a winning trade. Just right now, I'm in the sweet spot. My only worry right now is how big of a winning trade is it going to be? That's my only stress. How much money am I going to make? I don't know how I didn't get stopped out there yet. That was... it stopped out now. There we go. Gotcha, Southpaw. Well, yes. No problem. I have been trading gold now for a couple weeks. And yes, that there is the comedic irony that, yes, I used to not be a fan of gold. And I'm still, when gold is normal, I don't think I'm going to be a huge fan of gold, to be honest. But things are not normal for gold right now. So with things not normal being just how volatile it is very nice. But I will say that when gold kind of goes back to its normal stuff, again, I'm still going to keep an eye on it, but it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to hold a candle to like NQ and stuff like that. Scared money don't make money. Agreed. I'm not, are you saying that I was scared on that trade? I'm not sure where that comes up, right? How that statement's, I mean, I do agree. I'm just not sure how it's relevant at this moment, but maybe you're just letting people know in general, which is fair enough. Clay, why don't you wait for a confirmation to the downside? I did wait for a confirmation. There was definitely confirmation on that trade. Just saying, scared money. So are you talking to yourself, Pete Owen? Sometimes I do that. Like you're saying, don't be scared. Congrats to anybody that took that up there. Like I said, and that's sometimes, yes, the live stream, I look like a fool, but like in this situation, all that was called out ahead of time. Had these two key resistance areas, and hey, look, surprise, they acted as resistance. P. Doan, I agree, brother. When you're trading, brother, don't be scared. I'll second that. I do the same thing. Sometimes I talk to myself like that. So I agree. I'll back you up. P. Doan, don't be scared. I agree, man. You can do it, though, buddy. You can do it. Hey, good morning. It's Juggalo. Hey, good morning, Billy Bob. Hoover. Okay, I made $70. You have a point. Yeah, there you go, Hoover. Thanks for giving it a try. I guess kind of lost track of it there. When is it? Ooh, looking kind of heavy again. Member training at 8. Yes, yep, there will be a live webinar tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern for members, yep. Unless my power goes out, which as I was mentioning earlier, I'll mention it again. It's a very windy day here in Iowa, so if I just disappear, odds are it's because my power just went out. Don't you have a backup generator? No, I do not. Not here. At our new house when it's built, yes, part of that will be to have a nice backup generator. But right now, that is not the case. I don't know if Jaquan is still here. Rich people has Tesla power wall crap. I have no idea what Tesla power wall crap is. Are you okay, Pedon? Have you been here before? You're under a new name? You're either very socially awkward or you're a troll. Do you teach people? I mean, I don't really teach futures. I teach charts. And the reason why I teach charts is because with charts, you can go trade futures or stocks or options or Forex or anything else. So if you're interested in learning how to properly use charts and how they should function and how to build a trade plan and all that sort of stuff, that's what I teach. Because with that, you gain ultimate flexibility. All right. All right, P. Dawn. Thanks for watching. Hey, Clay, any advice on getting out of a losing streak? A break, maybe? I don't know about a break. Like in the very short term, yeah, if you have a bad trade and you can feel yourself going on tilt, yeah, take a walk or something like that. But I mean, I don't know if a break is really the best thing because sometimes the best way to learn to ride a horse is just to get back up on the horse. I'd say reduce position size and just, do that so you can get your confidence back. Right here, Pixie. Now, when I say read charts, I don't mean like, here's a support here. I mean, that's part of it, but there's more to quote unquote reading charts and understanding what a support and resistance is. You've got to know how to build trade plans with charts. Hey, Steel in Tennessee. I usually take a break every year in the summer. Keeps me, no, interesting. Yeah, you know what? Everybody's different. For me, I'm kind of one of those people, or my wife knows this, where she knows if I'm up on the computer at like 11, like just, she's, okay, he must be, I can't, like, if something is bothering me, like, I need to figure it out. I got to figure it out. So the thought of like taking, now I realize you're not saying you're taking a break because you're like something went wrong. You're just doing it to not get burnt out. But yeah, I'm one of those people where some people can just turn off their brains and like not worry about it until like the next day or whatever. I'm not one of those people. I just need to get it figured out. As soon as I get it figured out, then I can sleep like a baby. So that's why, John, I don't know if I'd say, for me, taking a break, I don't know if that would help me with any sort of like losing streak. But just continuing to trade, but, reducing position size, get some wins under your belt, build your confidence back up, and then you can go back to normal sizing. DO24, hello. Hey, good morning, Rick. Gotten a bit better. Are you day trading options, P. Duan? Yeah, if you're, yeah, John, then I'd just say reduce position size. Hey, discipline trader. No. I'm asking, are you day trading options? Like, are you buying and selling options in the same day? That's what I mean by day trader. I'm trying to watch both gold. Keep an eye on that moving forward, but Dio, I'm not talking to you, brother. I'm talking to P. Doan. I just can't seem to break through this last 500 to 600. I was down 1500 again this morning and made it back. Okay, well, however you made it all back, keep trading like that. That's a bet. That based on what you've said, trade like that. I don't know what like that it looks like, but trade like that. And I'm kidding. Like seriously, trade like that. Well, you should not. No, you should just not day trade options, P. Duan. So I'm rejecting your premise completely. Day trading options is just the not is you are literally making your life more difficult than it needs to be. You are working harder, not smarter. Day trading options. Right? Because options, the way options work, if you buy an option, and it goes up, obvious way, okay, fine, that's how you make money. You buy an option and it goes down, okay, that's obvious you would lose money. But anything you buy can go up, down, or it can go sideways. And in vast majority of cases, if something goes sideways, that is neutral. In options, you also lose money. How? Well, because you have that thing called theta. So think about it. Of the 3 things an option can do, 2 of those things will cause you to lose money, meaning you have a 67% chance of losing money. You know, if you're saying, but Clay, I make money day trading options. That is truly impressive. My pushback to you would be yes. But can you imagine how much money you would have made and you would be making if you did not have to deal with theta? And that's where futures come into play. Futures are contracts, but these contracts do not have theta. So why choose to deal with theta when you don't actually have to? Just doesn't make any sense. Sometimes I'm happy to help, John. Sometimes I struggle with, I'm a human. Sometimes when it's that 8 millionth question, same question, that's where my patience is put to the test. But I do try to keep a positive attitude about it. How do you deal with FOMO? Sometimes just FOMO, but FOMO wisely, which is very easy to do in the world of futures and prop firms. Just go very, very small size, and it is what it is. So sometimes, and for those of you that have been here a while, you've seen me do that. All right, maybe another trade here. Again, do we have basically looking for a double top here? Well, hopefully it doesn't just roll over right here. That didn't really. Yeah, I mean, really, it's just a matter of you got to just get punched in the face enough times, FOMOing, to realize that it's not worth it. But in all actuality, if you just absolutely cannot hold back, well, then, like I said, just FOMO wisely, which in the world of prop firm futures trading, do a micro of something and do 1 micro. So it's like multiple layers of risk control. Position size, 1. Type of contract, a micro. And then type of account, not your own personal funds, but a prop account. Oh, you're like that. So the word theta is like your bat signal, huh? As soon as I hear theta, you see like the bat signal up in the sky. Hey, hit that like button if you're enjoying. Let's get this up to 50 likes here. That's a good start. Friends call me the Theta Genie. Okay. Well, I'm just going to call you Max. Is that okay? Hey, JJ. Where did P. Doan go? That's what makes me irritated. People ask questions, I try to engage, and then they just disappear. Like, that's why live streaming is so bizarre. Because can you imagine like the real world? Let's let's look at like how this would come across. Somebody in person walks up, asks you a question. You begin to answer it. You're starting to take the time, and like maybe you turn your back to like right on the board to explain something, and then you turn back around and they're just gone. Like that would be the most bizarre interaction. But it seems to happen all the time on live streams. It's wild. I know, and I've given you I realize you asked right above the FOMO question, and I've already answered. I told you I demonstrated why you should not be day trading options. Did you miss that or something? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I guess I don't know. I probably should be a little bit more understanding, because maybe fair enough on the vast majority of other live streams, like people just expect their question won't actually be answered, so they'll ask it, but they're like, I got like a 10% chance. So let me go cook. Let me go toast some bread. Hey, Jaquan's still here. So yeah, Jaquan, On this trade here, like, why don't you wait for confirmation? Dude, I did wait for confirmation. There was confirmation. Maybe you didn't see what I was looking for, which is fine, but there is definitely confirmation. All right, we're off to a rough start streaming-wise here. Rough start. Tough crowd. I gotta up my A game here a little bit. All right, maybe we get a well, double dop happened again. In hindsight, I should have just been aggressive with it, but I didn't quite get what I was looking for. But yeah, I mean, again, ba-boom, right back down it goes. Let's take a look at gold here. 21 EMA doing a good job right now. If it falls through there, is it headed down to the yellow line? Maybe. Oh, brother. Oh, Jaquan, I'm so sorry that you got caught up in all that nonsense. I'm sorry. All right. Okay, approaching this area could be interesting down around the overnight low. Is the 414 P&L for gold? It is, yeah, for MGC. Yeah, this is my MGC. So same account down here, but this is my whoa. All right, here we go. What's gold doing real quick? Nothing. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can find here. What time is it? No? I don't know if this was like a news thing or not, but I'm looking for a higher low in gold, maybe catch the bottom of the day. Oh boy. Trying to catch those bottoms. Oh, so attractive, yet oh so potentially account destroying. Wow. Okay. Drop all the way down there and then come all the way back up. Hey, you company. Hey, Juggalo. First and last warning. Please speak as though any one of my 6 kids who are all learning to read could run in the room, which sometimes they do, look over my shoulder, and they love to look at the chat. So please talk as if that could happen at any moment. Next time you gone. Wow. All right. Well, that was kind of a confidence shaker, because if I'm being what I was thinking in my head, I was pretty much bearish biased very quickly, and I was like, all right, here we go. And then to see it snap back up, and I'll see this. Now I'm questioning, okay, Claire, are you sure you have the read on the market that you think you have on? So my confidence is a little right now. Did you take the short? If I'm in a position, one of these numbers would be moving around if I'm in a position. Neil is lost. Well, you are on the Clay Trader live stream, Neil. You've been here before, brother. Yeah, on this live stream, we do futures trading. So, I don't know if you're having a bad day or what, but like you're not. I mean, you've been here before. This action is crazy. I don't know about crazy. This is just kind of now gold has been crazy today. Like somebody did some research in our private community. The record for gold and down in a single day is 9% from 2013. But yeah, for a while this was down over 5.5%. So still a ways from 9%, but like gold has been crazy today. If you take the left and then the 3 digits, it will take you back. Oh, I see you. You're joking around. Gotcha. All right. Maybe interested in a long down around here. If it wants to come back down that level. We'll see. I never did ask because I'm a rude jerk. How is everybody's days going? Green, red, terrible, great. Blue an account, passed an account, qualified for a payout. How's everybody's days going? Red, bad. On your racehorse account, I'll paper trade SPY with you. Why don't you? Well, you should focus on paper trading some futures, man. Futures are way better than SPY. On the evals that have intraday drawdown, does it reset every day? Well, yeah, that's what a trailing drawdown is. It'll always be whatever the trailing drawdown is. Red up 11, break even. Hey Neil, you're all right. Keep your head up. Red because I'm at work. Started off red, but NQ is making it back. Nice job. Good job, Juggalo. I think, if I understood that right. Rough in the beginning, clawed back to green, but now emotionally bankrupt. Yeah, I know that feeling. Green, 2-4 pros. Nice job, Robin. Good, not close to tilt. Well, that's good. Red at work too. Won't be trading until about 2 hours from now. What's 2 hours from now? Maybe you get off work. Blue, fresh racehorse. Doggone it. Looking for a bigger flush of lows. Chop back up and... Oh, yeah. Been there, man. But I realize I'm speaking to the choir because I know you know this, but in order to get to those payouts, that's what you got to go for. When you get those breakdowns, hey, that's what carries in a payout land. But if it doesn't, well, it is what it is. And I know you know all this, but looking at the numbers, okay, yeah, you blew that account. It cost you a very small amount. But when you do get those flush and you do get those bigger lower lows like you're looking for, you full well know that's where the payouts come pouring in. Good so far. Blue and eval or blue account last week, but green on the new. Good job, Brad. How about a trend line on the 2-minute? Bill, did you sign up for the mentorship yet? You emailed me about it. Are you in or no? I'm a little worried I didn't answer your question right. Four accounts going to pro at one time. Yeah, if somebody's copy trading. And the number of back contracts, is that the max for the day or per trade? No, that's just the max per trade. There's no pattern day trade rule in future, so you can make as many day trades as you want every single day. Boone account, made another one, tried to play the long on VWAP and it spiked down. Oh yeah, that's rough. Yeah, you're not wrong, Big Tick Energy. But if you see a setup that you really like and you're like, I expect bigger lows, then why be aggressive? If you thought that there would be lower lows than what happened, then it wouldn't have made any sense for you to be aggressive because you thought, no, I'll be aggressive down at that point because I think that point is where it's headed. It just didn't go down to that point. Blew an account yesterday in one of the worst ways. Oh, yeah, that's... I've yet to experience that. I'm sure my time's coming at some point where I have a trade go past the 5 p.m. But, yeah, I can see that being frustrating. So people are just doing 10 MNQ at once to get such big gains. Not necessarily. Maybe they've just made many, I don't know, a lot of $50 trades, and then all those $50 trades add up. Ooh, right off the yellow line that I drew. All right. Let's see here. Keeps rejecting at VWAP. Yep, that's definitely the key kind of resistance area right here. Hey, good morning, Crimson Ready. I'm just kind of chopping around here. Do you have a separate account where you trade them? I mean, this is prop firms are already bigger capital, but yeah, I don't trade my own funds anymore. That makes no sense. Mathematically, I don't see how it makes any sense to trade with my own funds. So yeah, no, I'm all prop firms now. Prop firms are the cat's meow, man. Mathematically speaking, why risk your own funds if you don't have to? Well, let me put it this way. You do technically still risk your funds, just very, 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 very little amount of your funds, right? Because on this prop firm, what would be the amount of funds risked? Well, on the 50K, if you did that, you'd be risking $102. Because if you go and you violate the rules, when you go and lose 2,000, you don't lose 2,000 like you would if you're using your own money. But the consequence is you do lose the account, meaning you lose whatever you spent on the account, which in this situation was 102. So I'd rather risk 102 versus $2,000 is what I'm ultimately getting at. Yeah, hard to do anything right now because it is just kind of chopping back and forth. We have down here around the purple line, the 50 period moving average as kind of this bottom area of the little channel. Up here we have the VWAP, which is kind of the top. So yeah, right now, especially when right here it's in the middle, kind of hard to do it. For me at least. It's the best. Correct, yes. As always, if done properly is always a good disclaimer no matter what you're talking about in life. Brain surgery can be amazing if done properly. Yeah. Choppy action is great for your strategy. Well, then Billy Bob, you must be having a good time right now. All right, gold is kind of chilled out. I think yeah, I think it's just let me put it this way. I think that whole camp, I think the teacher of that whole thought or that whole whatever you want to call it is a whole lot of hot air. Like for example, like what I've noticed about people from that thought process, they really struggle to do something on the live stream. They struggle to give us trade plans. Like they're very good at explaining what's already happened. They're very good at using cool sounding words. But when it comes time to, well, could you just give us a trade plan? It's like crickets. So that's what, and I think that's very revealing. Like if you struggle to be able to, give a trade plan, like, okay, I'm going to get long here, stop here, like ahead of time, that's a very telling sign. And that's what I've noticed. People that come from that struggle. In fact, the vast majority of people, you ask them those things and they just disappear. Like they're gone. But yeah, I mean, when it comes time to looking to the left and describing in hindsight what's already happened and using cool sounding words that make you sound really smart and all these cool little abbreviations, oh man, they thrive. But I think that's why it's so attractive because people want to sound smart. They want to just have this idea where like in their minds they're doing all this analysis and they're discovering this. So, but like I'm not, like I want to try to make money. Like I'm not here to sound smart. I just want to be able to boil. Like my method is the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. So that is where I think I'm not impressed. Those people, it's a red flag if somebody's unable to kind of give me an elevator speech of what their trade plan is. Right now, many people here there can be like, all right, I'm going to get long there. I'm going to put my stop there and my target is there. And they can do all that. They can give us those three numbers ahead of time and all of that, which is a good sign. But like the camp that you're asking about, like I'll ask you right now, Jaquan, can you give us a trade plan ahead of time? Can you give us an entry point, a stop loss, and a target? Could you give us those three things ahead of time? Not after it's already happened, but like ahead of time. You always green. Okay, I'd encourage you to maybe be around a little bit more. If you think I am always green, you should hang out more. You should swing by the live stream a little bit more often than what you apparently do. Hey Clay, I got a fresh account with. Oh, thank you. Cool, Zach. There is like a 4 or 5. Clay, can you please put a live timestamp on the screen? I think there's a late. Well, yes, Alas. Yes, my friend. Alas, I'm just curious. Alas Wad, how old are you? Again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm gonna run a little experiment. Yeah, and how often do these confluences happen? 40. Okay, fair enough. So you're kind of, I'm 41. So yes, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like I don't know. But yes, you are apparently not aware. But yes, live streams are called live, but they're technically not like live. There is a little bit of a delay. I thought that's kind of common knowledge. Like if you're partaking in live streams, I apparently a false assumption, a bad assumption on my part. I just assumed that people knew like it's not literally live. There is like a slight little delay, 3-ish seconds. Well, okay, so how often do you get these confluences? Do you make like one trade every like week, or like when do these confluences happen? Yeah, exactly, Zach. And yes, I appreciate comments like that because that is why I've added some more in. Thank you for expanding your discount code Empire. I love TPT, but there are also other ones out there that I like to use. Yes, exactly. So for the people, just very quickly, if you do want to support the live stream, again, King of the Mountain in my mind, what I use, what I recommend for both categories, whether beginner or experienced in the prop firm space, is Take Profit Trader. But as Zach just mentioned in the chat, yeah, if you're building your empire and you want to expand beyond Take Profit Trader, but you also want to support the live stream, which is what Zach's saying, I do, have other codes for these other prop firms. But yes, if you're just getting started in the prop firm world, Take Profit Trader. And if you're experienced and Take Profit Trader is not yet part of your empire building, they're certainly worth a try to do so. And that concludes our public service announcement. But thanks, Zach. I appreciate that. And that feedback like that, it's like, okay, yeah, that's the right thing. Like, because I don't want to be one of these people that has 8 million codes. But like at the same time, if people are asking like, hey, Clay, no, I love your live stream. I'd love to support it. But I like this prop firm. So do you have a code with them? Because I will use your code to help support the live stream. But you do need a code with this prop firm. So that is why I've expanded that out. So appreciate that feedback. They really show up. I would be honest, 2 or 3 times a week. Okay. Well, so Jaquan right there, I mean, you're not even a day trader, really. Like if you're only getting 2 or 3 trades a week, that is, I'm not gonna say it doesn't work, but like that's kind of wild. Like so you're not so what you're doing is not for day traders, right? That is more sounds like like a swing trader ish type. I don't even know how to describe that. But if your system is only giving you 2 to 3 trades per week, that's kind of rough. FTMO. I don't know. This is who I have codes with. I don't know if are any of those FTMO. I don't. So those are the ones. Code Clay. I have codes with. But FTMO. I don't even know what that stands for. But why them? Why not one of these ones? Like, are you already using Take Profit Trader? John? Been trying funding next for 2 months from no 6. Use your code on the last round and requesting. Oh, nice. See, that must be the correlation. You finally used code Clay. And now it works. See? The power of code Clay. FTMO is. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, it's Forex? No, hey, John. Run away from Forex, brother. Forex is garbage compared to futures. Like from a movement perspective. Yes, Forex can move if there's like earth-shattering global economic news. But for the most part, currencies aren't doing a whole lot. But like futures move in a quality way every single day. Yes. Run far, far away from Forex. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think I'm going to have to take a swing at this one. We'll see what happens. Is it going to break? Is it going to break? Again, looking for the break of this trend line as maybe a leading indicator that this level is finally going to break, because we got, not that I think it's going to go down to these lows, but the chart certainly does open up quite a bit. Yeah, I'll just say Project X sure does have a lump on its face after yesterday. I won't name any names of prop firms, but that one that forces you to use Project X, and then it stopped working because of AWS, and then they wiped away everybody's profits. That is sketchy. There's a reason why I delete that prop firm's name out of here. There are maneuvers in their business that I've noticed that have me like, wait a second, that's sketchy. And this is the latest one that happened yesterday. Again, you have to use Project X, and then Project X didn't work, and then they wiped away people's gains. That is wild. Right, John, yeah. Yes, the prop firms, especially Take Profit Trader. I've been paid by them many, many times. It's just a platform out there. I use Tradeovate as the platform. Again, Jaquan, if it works for you, that's cool. Like, maybe you're happy with 2 to 3 trades per week. If that describes you, that's fine. That's fine. Me, I am certainly looking for more than 2 or 3 trades per week. But if that's all you're looking for and you're happy with that, cool. Sounds good, Brandon. And this other, the other prop firm, the one thing that is, I think, reveals a lot of sketchiness is they used to have affiliates. Affiliates helped them grow their business. And then at one point, they just pulled the plugs. Yeah, hey, thanks for all your help. You're done. Out to the curb you go. To me, that reveals a very, I don't know. I don't know what word I'm looking for when it comes to a business mindset, but I don't, And then to see what happened yesterday. We're like, oh, you made money before it went down? Well, we're still wiping those gains. Those don't count. Huge drop on MNQ. Oh, okay, thank you, brother. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can happen here. All right. Still up above this area here, but yeah, that's, I don't know. I guess I could get somewhat aggressive, and if, the downside would be if this is a truly strong bounce and comes up here, it will be a very painful situation. So I better start small. Let's see what happens. I will build, and maybe we can, okay, in there, just very small size, because ideally I'm going to build again, if this thing is V-shapes on me, not good. But I don't know if I like the odds that it will V-shape. Well, I don't like the odds. That's why I'm willing to do what I am and get aggressive with it. Okay, added another one. And I'm only at 2, so still very, very, very small size. Yeah, get everyone has their trend line. I'm usually watch your live. You trade, I can scalp try pretty well. Yeah, no, like I said, everybody's got their own groove, so at the end of the day, if you're happy with those 2 to 3 trades per week, awesome. That's ultimately what just matters. I'm just glad I started watching these streams. Funny enough. Oh, really? Huh. And you were originally looking for Forex? I think. All right. Okay, added some more. Like I said, if this V-shape's on me, I'm cooked. Might have a problem with VWAP now, though. we go. Like I said, I'm being aggressive. I'm trying to trust it, but if this thing just literally V-shapes straight back up on me, no bueno. Which it is apparently maybe doing, but see what I want to do again. Blue line is my average price. Around this area of resistance here. Trying to be patient here and see. I'd like to add one more time. If it pops up here a little bit more, I'll throw in another order to try to add. There we go. I will add at that red line if it comes back down. So stuck here at this general area of resistance, so that might make sense. So I added there. Let's see if this does want to reject back down now. Blue line is my average. Oh, don't bounce. I swear, the market is so cruel sometimes. All right. That one has officially spooked me out. I'll take the small little win there, especially when I have that. It may still come back down, but I mean, that thing did, it did V-shape on me. That candle started here. It did V-shape all the way, but that is a benefit when you start small and you give yourself flexibility. Even if it V-shapes on you, you still give yourself a chance to escape the trade. Now, if that had check marked, so right here, this movement started there. So there's the V. Had it check marked and kept going, okay, that would have been the losing trade. But again, that is the benefit of starting small. But everything is give and take, right? Sometimes if you start small and then it goes in your direction immediately, the hindsight voice will have you saying, oh, why didn't you go full size? You should have gone full size. But if you go full size and then it V-shapes on you like it did here, well, then that'll just be a painful loss. But in this situation, because I started off small, I gave myself enough flexibility to, even with the V-shape, still escaped with a little bit of green. So the market is filled with give and take. Give and take. That's all it is. I'm not sure if that makes sense about the relationship between starting small and then the trade. I think that makes sense. Give me a 5. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like how there's a give and take, how there's pros and cons to if you start small, but there's also pros and cons if you start basically max position size. I think I explained that well. I guess I don't know. Show me the money. Air Marine Sniper Bill. Okay, good. At least to some of you, it made sense. Big gain versus small gain. Well, kind of. In one instance. How much did you make just now? I don't know, Pixie. You'd have to scroll back and see what that number is at before I made that trade. But on that trade, I was no longer really in, I want to like make a bunch of money. I'm just like, let's see if I can finagle my way out of this thing. All right, maybe another short here though. On the 5 minute, we have it's doing battle with a very critical level. Again, that orange line is the previous session close. We also have the pink line right there. So double whammy of resistance. Doesn't mean that it can't be broken, but yeah, the bulls are really going to have to bring their A game if they are going to push up through there. Would I go? I don't know. Maybe. All gas, no brakes. I don't know what that means. Had went full size when I didn't. Had to. Lost 100 last week. Slowly scaling back. Crawling back. Dio, are you using a prop firm? Dio24? Or are you trading whatever you're doing with your own funds? What's gold up to? All right, gold's making a little bit of a move there too. Yeah, this orange line here. I'm still interested in a potential short. Yes, okay, prop. Okay, good. But like I said, wanting to wait for confirmation, and this is exactly why. Because sometimes when you wait for confirmation, it will help you avoid a losing trade. But to be fair, sometimes if you wait for confirmation, it will also cost you a winning trade. But as has been the theme of the live stream so far, that is just the give and take nature of the market. More flexibility, yeah. I sometimes catch myself getting impatient when I start small. Interesting. Starting small helps me actually gain patience. Like, it's easy to be patient. Okay, let's see how it wants to behave, and then, all right, let me add a little bit more. So, that's interesting. And I already read that. Yeah, I still don't know what all gas, no brakes was in reference to. Clay, when scalping, do you have a risk management or not? Yeah, of course I do. And at the end of the day, in the prop firm space, you have risk management. What is your risk management at the end of the day in a prop account? Your risk management is the fact that at the very worst case scenario, again, let's just say you go with the 50K, very worst case, you're out $102. Like that literally is the ultimate risk. Now, yes, you want to behave properly within the account. You want to grow the account, all that sort of stuff. I'm not saying to discard any of that. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, this is the beauty of prop firm trading. Your actual ultimate risk is whatever you bought the account for. So the most that you could ever have at risk with Take Profit Trader, again, that's who I use. If you get the 150K in purchasing power, the most you could have at risk is $216. That's it. So yes, there is risk management in and of itself through just the general nature of how prop firms work. Clay, you have to buy and sell at the same time so you can win every. You have to buy and sell at the same time. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Jaquan, do you use a prop firm or are you using your own funds? Oh, he's describing hedging. Oh yeah, that would be against the prop firm rules. Prop. Okay, well that's good. Interested now in potentially a long. If you're looking for a back test and go. So this was a former area of resistance. Apparently it's been broken. So there's just the classic phenomenon in charting where it can tend to back test the previous breakup point and then go. So the back test and go, I am considering something like that. So I'm watching for. So now I'm more so long biased. We'll see if it wants to pull back to that area and give me a potential long. It's probably because I'm not good at scaling, so a lot of time I'm taking really small wins when I. Oh yeah, potentially Evil Shaddix. I could see that making sense, maybe. I'm at the point now where I wonder if I should even be trading. As I continue to hear the wind howl outside. So as I've been saying, if I just disappear, odds are it's because the power just went out. Because it is windy in Iowa today. Windy in Iowa. Just... I'm wondering about it. I mean, I don't know. Like a short around here and then just put your stop up here. But I don't know. This might have some true strength behind it. I'm not sure what you're asking there, Juggalo. The amount of micros you've traded is irrelevant. You can trade as many as you want. They just put a max on how many you can take per trade. But after you hit that amount, they just won't let the order go through. Probably not a good idea to sign up for a prop during a losing streak on a sim account, or would you say it doesn't matter? Well, I mean, I don't. At the end of the day, okay, I got it. This might be a trade here. Kind of risky, so I'll go with smaller size. Maybe this is a fake break. So short here, I'll put my stop right. I mean, yeah, tight, small little stop if I'm wrong, but maybe this is a fake break of that level. There we go, I'm in. There we go, good. Whoa, brother, where did that come from? Let me put my stop up there. Well, I'm glad I took off one for profit. I'm about to get stopped out. So I don't know if this will be a small winner or a small loser, but assuming I get stopped out, but that was a quick turnaround. Probably will be a small loser if I get stopped out. Yeah, I'm getting stopped out. There's no way I survive this. Boop. Boop. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that was a small little loser there. Man, that thing turned around in a hurry. What is your obsession with options, P. Dawn? Like, I'm assuming you're asking, well, are there prop firms for options? Why do you want to deal with theta? Can you please answer that? Why are you insisting on dealing with theta in your life? Like, out of just pure curiosity, what in the world makes somebody want to have to deal with theta? Juan, what are your thoughts about using futures trading? Yeah. I mean, you're just trying to take money you've made to leverage it into more money. Do you use charts in your day trading options in your decision making process in the world of day trading options? Do you use charts? Do you use charts to make your decisions? Next resistance is 355. It is? Hey, Clay. And it's been a while. I hope the market has been... Hey, 8 Mile. Yeah, that name does actually look a little familiar. Thanks for swinging by. Would only short after first red. Now it looks like a short. Okay, well, give us the 3 numbers. You're not new around here, DO24. If you think it looks like a short, that's cool. Well, walk us through. Give us your entry, your stop loss, and your target. But when you say would only short after first red, that doesn't actually mean anything. Practically speaking, that doesn't mean anything. So when you have a trade, let us know. Give us those 3 numbers. And then we can watch exactly your thoughts kind of play out right before our very eyes. So right there, show me the money. Perfect. He's saying he's going to short at 320, and he's giving us a stop. Beautiful. I'm in long until 355. Where's your stop at, EMA? Long 315, stop loss. Look at that, Ryan. Beautiful. 2 times red on 5 minute. Again, Dio, just give it. Look above you, my friend. Look at Ryan. Look how he gave a trade plan with an entry and a stop loss. Look at show me the money. He gave us those numbers, a stop loss and an entry. Can you do that for us, Dio? Look at Mark right here. Look at that. Gave us an entry, a stop, and a target. All 3 of those numbers. Are you able to do that? No, I don't use well, it doesn't matter what you use. If any trade plan is going to have those numbers, brother. Landon, DB has been slow. Yeah, apparently they got a surge in, which does make sense with the volatility that happened last week. They've gotten, from my understanding, a pretty big uptick in payment requests. No number, just candles. Okay, again, I'm starting to wonder. I actually think you might be trolling now. Like, I don't care whether you use candles or a line chart or whatever. There are numbers. You have to tell your platform what number you want to enter in at. You have to tell your platform what number you want to get out at. So there are numbers somewhere. So like that's why I'm saying right now I'm actually. Are you just a troll? Okay, all we're asking for is when you have your trade plan, give it to us immediately. I have multiple accounts with Take Profit Trader. I do the racehorse model, so I have many past accounts in the stables waiting. Again, I'm still interested in a potential long if it does come down to this orange line here. Yes, it's pulled back, but in my mind, not a big enough of pullback, which I can see prompt the question, well, Clay, what is a big enough pullback? How are you defining what a big enough pullback would be? Fair, good question. That orange line there. That is how I'm deeming a good enough pullback. How many trades per session you will define as over? It's not a number. Trading should be based on setups. So if you are not trading the setups that you should be per your strategy and rules, you are over trading. So in theory, one trade could be over trading, because if that one trade is you taking a trade that doesn't match the rules of your strategy, you literally just over traded with one trade. You might be trading view. Hey Dio, I don't understand what you're saying. Can you either give us numbers or just like that green would turn red? What are you talking about? Just give us numbers. And Stealing, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. What do you mean? Trading view doesn't have numbers. Price numbers. Right, yeah. Price numbers. Yep, I've taken exactly one trade without following my rule in 3 days, and that one trade blew my account this morning. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Ty. Exactly what I mean. You could be over trading by making one trade. You could in one day you could make 500 trades and not be over trading. In theory. this is kind of want to get long here. But again, I wanted to see more of a pullback. I wanted to see it get down to that orange line, and it just has failed to do so. Do you blow pro accounts? Okay, Rahandra Saad. There are two types of prop traders out there. Those that blow pro accounts and those that don't. Okay? Yes, of course I blow pro accounts, just like any other prop firm trader. Now, am I trying to blow them on a routine basis? Of course not. Do I blow them on a daily basis? No. But like, do I blow pro accounts? Of course I do, just like everybody else. My friend, you seem to think that like, you don't seem to have realistic expectations based on that question. I'm not sure how you develop that. I don't know if like you follow somebody and this person's claim is that they don't blow pro accounts. I don't know if that's the case, but if it is, I'd run far away from that person. They're lying to you. What a breakout. Well, congratulations to anybody that did play that out. You heard me say, I'd like to get long here, but I'm not going to be difficult on myself because I was being disciplined. I want to see the pullback there. I stuck with my guns, but you know what? My guns were wrong. I found the best way to get past intraday and pro accounts to use 1 to 2 micros and take 10 and 20 to win since you get, nickel and diamond. I just hit my 190 tick up. Good job, Sokol. Time for me to go to bed. All right, Angelo. Sweet dreams, my friend. Hey, Frank, howdy. So you don't see that. Well, yeah, that seems. I'm gonna have to. I gotta put Dio in timeout. I can only take so much. I can only take so much lip flapping from people if they're not going to give any sort of numbers or any sort of description at all. I can only take so much. Hey, Nas, good afternoon. Looks like fib pullback down to 25,300. Okay, so let me rephrase stealing. If people are going to choose to do that for who knows what reason, then they need to just calm down with, the lip flapping. There we go. I'll rephrase. If people choose to go about that, and thankfully I think 99.9% of people don't do that, but for that 0.01% that does, they need to just calm down with the lip flapping because nobody knows what they're talking about because they can't give us any numbers. Hey, Chan, same to you. Gurma, I am going long. All right, Gurma, and where's your stop at? Gurma is getting long somewhere up around here. Fair enough. Where's your stop at? Entry 2305. No, Stealing, I understand you don't do that, my friend. I'm just saying I know that Dio, I think, must apparently do that. And I was just saying that for anybody that does that, then that's very hard to follow. No stop. All right, Gurma. Well, Gurma is our current resident gambler here. No stop. Go big or go home, brother. Go big or go home. What's your position? Are you all in, like max position size, Gurma? I'm going long here. I'll get out there. I'll stop when I feel it's too much to take there. Now yeah, there we go. All in, do or die. All right, Gurma, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? If you're not, it sounds like you're not in self-denial about being a degen, so degen away. Degen away. So where's your account liquidated at? If he dies, he dies. Exactly. And I have absolutely zero problem with, if you want to be a degen and degen, go for it. Just don't be in denial. Like, don't pee on our legs and tell us it's raining. Like, don't try to act like you're not a degen when it's clear you are degen. But you know what? Germa has owned it. If I die, I die. No problem. No problem. It's not worth it. What's not worth it? Which? That's right, Mark. Yeah, exactly, Germa. Just, hey, code Clay. If it doesn't work out, it's looking like you might need to use code Clay. So please consider using code Clay. Feed some hungry kids. Uh-oh, Germa. Yeah, I don't know where the liquidation account is at, or liquidation amount is for Germa, but got to be getting pretty close, especially if they maxed out. Well, see, Abba up. You are not wrong. You're just operating under the wrong premise. The premise you are operating from is that of one of responsibility and trying to be consistent and trying to have rules. So upon that, I agree. But again, the premise which Germa is operating from is, I'm just here to have fun. Let's get that dopamine pumping. Let's get that adrenaline flowing. So from that standpoint, yeah, if I die, I die. That it all makes sense. So, and that's fine. Like I said, the only thing that bothers me is when people are operating from the degen reference point, but then they try to tell us all that they're like serious or stuff like that. It's like, come on, we're not stupid. But Germa's owned it. So let the good time, I'm still going to send it, right? Never add to a, dude, okay. For the final time, folks. Jaquan, you're operating from the wrong premise. You're operating from a premise of responsibility and trying to build consistency and manage risk, etc., etc. Germa is operating from the I'm just here to have fun, roll the dice. This is way cheaper than spending on a plane ticket to go to Las Vegas. So from that premise, what Germa is doing is fine. He's going to add. They're averaging down. Let the good times roll, brother. I'm still going to send it, okay? Stop trying to tell a degen to be responsible. They're not trying to be responsible. They're here to have fun. Now, if somebody is claiming to be responsible and they're acting as a degen, that person should be called out. But Germa is like, no, I'm here to send it. I'm getting more and more interested. Should probably let this pull back a little bit more. We'll see. Oh, no, I'm not going to send you any money, Germa. Yeah. If you think I'm going to fund your degen ways, that you would be mistaken there. But, like, you're going to have to fund your own degen ways. But I'm not going to get on your case for being a degen if you're just owning it from the get-go to be on degen. What is gold doing? A whole lot of nothing right now. Might as well just bet the whole prop. Yeah, I mean, again, if your premise is this is cheaper than a plane ticket to Las Vegas, then yeah, go for it. Send it. Don't be silly. I'm still going to send it. You could double. What do you mean double your money? You can like 10x your money. That's why all I need to figure out is, are you trying to be a serious trader? That's all I need to know. If you're not, that's cool. Like, I don't have a problem with that. That way I know what lens to look through you at. Like, if you're here to just degen and have a good time, well, of course I'm not going to get on your case for no stop loss. That makes perfect sense why you want to use a stop loss. I don't know, AA. I don't know. Good question. And I do not have an answer other than pure speculation, which I don't think is going to do anybody any good. No, Germa, I get it. I get it. You're just here to have fun, brother. Team stock kicking. Well, I mean, problem with team stock is that it's a stock. And day trading stocks, mathematically provable, is just not smart. It's an inefficient use of your capital. You're taking on way more risk than you need to, and you need way bigger moves than you actually need to, and then to make less money. Now, to be fair to M Case, maybe they're not day trading that stock. But if you are day trading stocks, as a former day trader of stocks and options, let me tell you, you're not being anywhere close to as efficient as what you could be. Especially day trading options. You are cray to be day trading options. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. The epitome of working harder, not smarter. Option call. Yeah, it got even worse. Now you're doing option. Oh my goodness. Well, again, I don't know if maybe you're swing trading options, but day trading options is definitely not good. Mathematically speaking, not my opinion, just looking at basic math. Not good. I wish I could. Why? Why would anybody wish to trade a stock? Goodness. Gold broke. Again, the claim against options is not that you can't make money. The claim is you're making your life way more difficult than it needs to be. That's the claim. It's an argument of efficiency. You are being inefficient to day trade options. So the fact that you come back and tell me you're making money in options has nothing to do with my argument. It has nothing to do with the claim. That's great you're up 400. You'd be up even more if you were not day trading options because you wouldn't have to be dealing with theta. You don't have to apologize. I'm just saying. I mean, focus on the right things, and that's how you improve. Like MK, I want you to know, brother, there is something you could do out there that moves better than options anyways, and there's no theta. It's called futures. Right, exactly. Any stock is not worth it. Stocks don't move as good as futures. You could give me the best moving stock, and then I could put it up against Pam's plant, and Pam's plant would make it look like a joke. Okay, careful with Gurma. They are now borderline just flat out trolling. Like, they may not even be in a trade. I think they might be just flapping their lips. Because to say that they have zero target, like, what does that mean? Like, I'm just starting. I'll try futures. Well, cool. I appreciate you being open-minded. Yeah. In options, I don't know how new you are, but options have something called theta, and theta is just a nasty, nasty bugger. But futures, they are still contracts, but these contracts don't have theta, which is a huge benefit. What is the panel to the right doing? This, the volume profile. Oh, this over here, it's for people that like the DOM. Gold still pretty much doing nothing. Option liquidity is also worse than futures. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, some options have really good liquidity. But even if, like, has on the side, let's just assume the liquidity is the exact same. Again, why deal with theta when you don't have to? Makes zero sense. Well, Pixie, I already linked you to where you can get knowledge, but sounds like you're like, yep, that's not going to happen. All right, Max needs to go on. Max, I don't know where this guy came from, but good grief. Let's put him in timeout. My first time here. The guy is so patient and calm. Oh, well, welcome, Billionaire Futures. But boy, oh boy, do I have you fooled. If you think I'm so patient and calm, just wait, brother. Just give me some time. I do try. Thank you. I try my best, but unfortunately, I am a human being. Unfortunately, I have character flaws. So no, I am not. I cannot say I'm always so patient and calm. But thank you. Okay, Juggalo is also going on timeout. He's just super obnoxious today. Just say something stupid and he will explode. No, that's actually really far from the truth. Now, if the same person says the same stupid thing over and over again, yeah, that's where my character flaws begin to expose. But to just say that like one wrong thing and I explode, no, that's a little bit too much of a misrepresentation. Are you in a trade? I'm not. If I was in a trade, one of these numbers down here would be moving around. So that is how you can tell if I'm in a trade or not. I think he was being sarcastic. Maybe. But, yeah. He reached the point where my patience was kind of gone. Thank you, Frank S. Thank you for helping out. Good stuff there. And there's the breakdown. The gold just break down. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is beautiful gold action that should be traded, but I'm just not seeing it. So I'm sticking with the NQ world right now. Clay, last week I wrecked my TP account. Somehow I didn't close. From green and added 6K to my account. It was auto renewed, but my target is now. Oh yeah, you got your you mess up on the consistency rule. That's why your new target's so big. So if you break the consistency rule during the test phase and take profit trader, they won't blow your account up or they won't take your account. They'll just adjust your profit target. So that's, yeah, you violated the consistency rule, and that's why you now have a way huger target, because on that one day you made 6,000. Take care, Brandon. Have a good one, brother. Nah, you're all right. You're all right, Figgy. There are a lot of things in life that like hide in plain sight, and then you like are told, and you're like, oh yeah, how did I not think? Like, we've all been there. Money goes. How's your day going? Better than yesterday? Feeling a little bit better? Basically, from the bigger picture now. Let me get this mapped out. Have essentially, I don't know if I want to do it that much, but we have this overall. And then let's put the golf hole down here. For you golfers, there we go, looking at the bull pennant pattern right now. Not just because it's bullish does not mean the price is for sure guaranteed going to go upwards, but I don't think anybody would have their minds blown if this thing all of a sudden, came up and got the breakthrough there. Like I said, I don't think anybody would be surprised by that. Again, not guaranteed to happen because it's a bull pennant, but like, yes, sir, I've been trading gold today. Nice. I just subscribed to your channel. Well, thank you, Billionaire Futures. Congrats, Money Ghost. Way to keep a positive attitude, way to show up, and there you go. Sometimes all it takes is one trade to get back in the groove. Shavano, hello. Thank you, Brooklyn 202, for using code Clay and feeding hungry kids. Very kind of you. Again, code Clay feeds hungry children. If you're not aware, I do have 6 of them, and they are hungry. For all of you parents out there, I'm in the trenches with you. Food, they like to eat a lot of it, and food these days isn't the most cheapest of things. Learn the hard way, Clay. Absolutely right. I'm not quite sure what that's you're referring to, Skeletor. But I am glad you learned. Unfortunately, it was the hard way, but at least you learned. Yeah, 6 kids can eat it. Mark is a fellow 6-kidder, meaning he has 6 kids. Why does Lucid Trading Platform only have a login place and not? I'm not sure, guitar guy. I'm not sure necessarily what you're saying. Do I have a dog? No, no dog. No dog. 6 kids. I have 2. Well, I mean, you're still with me in the sense of you're trying to feed kids. So we're yeah, maybe my magnitude is a little bit bigger, but we're still trying to feed kids. Okay. All right. Is this bull pennant really going to fail? Really? Really? Oh, wow. He doesn't watch TV much. What makes you say that? Did I miss like a popular TV reference or something? Clay, I have a TBD question. My subscription is about to renew this evening. I am at roughly 20. Reset it back. I'm not. Can somebody else? Well, again, that's more of like I think more of a brain power question that I have right now because I'm trying to trade, read, think. I'm not quite sure. Somebody can one of the mod or somebody that has. Can you look at stealing and give your thoughts? I don't want to give him bad thoughts because I can't quite think through exactly what he's asking as I'm trying to keep up with everything else. What are you doing with the millions you make on YouTube and trading? I buy Twinkies. Money. Gold is dumping. Is it? Let's see. Honestly, I was thinking I'd see a little bit more of a. I thought I'd see something like this, but to be fair, this is like crashing. That's not a dump. So yeah, it is sort of dumping back down here. I don't know how much you get, but well, thank you, EMA1. You are feeding hungry kids. Thank you, Mark. Mark Duran, good guy. Thank you. That's why we're the best. That's why we have the best chat in the world of futures live streaming. People help each other out. That's good stuff right there. How many? Oh, I don't know how many likes. I've gotten really bad at that. But yeah, if you are enjoying, make sure to hit that like button. It helps. So if you have not yet hit that like button and you are enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that is appreciated. NQ going back up. Oh, it is. Thank you, Josh. Right off the 21 EMA. Look at that. No hindsight trading here. If you've been here before, you know that I don't want to say we, but I love the 21 EMA. Here's a recent example. 21 EMA is not a holy grail, so I'm not saying that, but I do think that everybody should at least throw the 21 EMA on a chart and see what you think about it. Again, don't look at it as a holy grail, but I would argue it's at least worth a try. Trade the pool. Has anybody ever heard of Trade the Pool? Never heard of it. Trade the Pool. Just got an email from him. Imagine providing your students more value by giving them a chance to access up to 200,000 K in buying power. Oh, to trade stock. No, no, no. No, 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 no. All right, so I guess they're a prop firm for stocks. No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. Hello, Clay. I just made it to the room. What are we doing? We are day trading futures. 30-minute time frame seems trendy. I mean, I've used a 30-minute for a long, long time. Oh my goodness, folks. I have passed the buffer by 85. Good job, Nas. Are you going long? Nope. Are you? Clay, do you recommend any paper trade apps that... No, I don't even really recommend paper trading. Paper trading, I'm not going to say it's totally worthless, but it's pretty close to worthless. Because paper trading, all that does is you crush it, you do really well, and then you get to, any sort of skin in the game, and then you struggle. Because the only way you're going to learn as a trader is you've got to learn to deal with the voices in your head. We all have voices in our head, and trading is one of the few things that will cause the voices to come out. But the only way to learn to deal with the voices is you have to get them to come out to play. The only way to get the voices to come out to play is to put skin in the game. That is why I say just prop firms are a great way. Very, very minimal amount at risk, but that very, very minimal amount is enough to cause the voices to come out to play so that you can learn to begin to deal with them. But you just doing demo trading where there's no voices because there's no skin in the game, again, is it totally worthless? I would never go that far, but it's pretty close to being worthless. Again, trading has very, very, very little to do with you being able to recognize a support or resistance or knowing what a candlestick pattern is, blah, 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 blah. Again, yes, you have to know that stuff, but you can know all that stuff. You can have a beautiful strategy, but the voices will try to wreck that strategy. That's why you've got to learn to deal with the voices. That's ultimately what trading is all about, dealing with the voices. Exactly, George. Are you waiting for a break and reset? I don't know what I'm waiting for right now. To me, this is kind of just sloppiness. Because I had this nice pattern drawn out, a fake break to the downside, which now has me wondering, is this just going to be a fake break to the upside? Like, is this actually some sort of choppiness? So that's why I don't know what to do because, like I said, that movement right there kind of rained on my parade. To be fair, this could very realistically be a legit breakout. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that's why I don't really know what to do because down here it was looking bearish for a second and then back up it goes. Right now it is looking bullish, but is this just going to be some fake break to the downside? So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of confidence right now. I'm kind of wishy-washy in both directions. What platform do you recommend starting out? Good question. Here's where I recommend things. If you are in the category of beginner, prop firm trader, or experienced, take profit trader. They are, in my opinion, the king of the mountain. They have the cleanest set of rules, and they have a great payout policy, daily payouts. And so you can take multiple payouts every week. Now, if you want to expand your empire, if you want to, get more and more accounts and you want to help support the live stream, then, those other prop firms, you can, use those to expand your empire. But either way, definitely category of beginner, take profit trader. Those other prop firms are going to have more rules and it can get more overwhelming. But if you're just starting out, then yeah, take profit trader. Great way to go. And then even if you're experienced and you haven't used Take Profit Trader, they should be part of your empire building. So if you're building your prop firm empire and you're not, you're experienced but don't have Take Profit Trader part of it, I would say definitely give them a try. And then like I said, if you want to get the current best deals, code Clay. I played gold very well today. Good job. Finishing up $82 for the hour. Back to it. Good job, Mark. You got to be in it to win it. Yeah, Germa, I don't know anymore about you, brother. I can't quite tell anymore. If you're just a little legitimate, you're just here to have fun and degen away, or if you're just completely a troll and you aren't making any of these trades at all. So I'm not sure, Germa. I don't recognize the name. I'm thinking this is your first time here, or at least your first time speaking up. But that is true. You do have to be in it. You at the end of the day, it takes money to make money. You got to put some skin in the game. That part is true. Right now, looking like it was a legitimate breakout, but like I said, that is why I kind of lost trust in everything, just because that threw me off. But we'll see. Ooh, that's doing some people dirty there. You know, there's at least 3 traders in the world that had this drawn up. At least 3. You're like, oh, look at that bear pennant. And then they're like, oh, look. The price broke below it. Oh, look, we're getting great movement in our favor as the price came down there and hit that low. And now to have that snap back in their face, I'm not saying they're stopped out yet, but they're not feeling so good. If you open up your window and you hear some curse words, that's what you probably hear is one of those traders that took that bear pennant to the downside. Again, I don't think they'd be stopped out yet. But I don't know how happy they're feeling right now about that movement. That's pretty rough. Hello? Anybody here? The chat just went quiet, I think. Hello? Hello? Says I'm connected. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. That was weird. I thought we had a big enough crowd size here where there would at least be somewhat of a stream of chats. But it just went quiet, and then it remained quiet. Okay, all right. So we're at what, 285 people right now? So I guess at 285, there is still the possibility where the chat could literally go stone cold silent. What's the longest you've ever held a trade? Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Definitely over 10 minutes. Which I know to some of you are like, what do you mean 10 minutes? Yes. I'm not a sway trader. I'm not looking to hold on to anything for hours like I know some of you are. That doesn't mean any of you are wrong to be willing to hold something for hours, but that's not really my style. All right, I'll be right back. Did I miss anything? Nope. All right, I'll get rid of all those now and my attention span couldn't deal with that. Oh, holding trade for a long... Yeah, no, I agree. And I'm wondering about a short here. It's been rejected several times now. But yeah, I mean, is this finally the time it breaks out? Not quite sure yet. Could break upside now. Yeah, that's... What's gold doing? Ooh, gold coming back down. I don't know. I might try. I might actually try a long here on gold. See if this is some sort of sideways range. Yeah, so what I want to do is hit this bottom, and then I'll try to, and then if it starts to bounce, I'll try to capture it on the way back up. It appears Trump, no, no, he's speaking again. What are you trading? Stop yelling at me, Spoon Kid. Hurt my ears, Spoon Kid. Why are you yelling? I am trading. All right, there we go. Oh, no, looking like it wasn't. I'm watching gold right now, but I'm also doing MNQ, but I'm trading futures. I don't know how specific you want me to be. Ever tried gold minis? Yep, sure did. Yesterday, I had some trades with them. Okay, I'm going to try one right here. Okay, I'm long. Small size. See if it wants to bounce. What about oil? I've never traded oil. And I don't know. I don't think oil is really worth trading right now. Now, if oil all of a sudden becomes the talk of the town and it's constantly in the headlines, and I could see oil maybe getting kind of spicy, like gold spicy right now. But looks like MNQ is consolidating. Yeah, think so. What? What? Huh? What was that? What? Do you guys see that? That was wild. Trump talking tough about China. Is Trump talking right now? Oh, brother. Oh, great. Well, I guess that explains the quick snap down that just happened there. Was this scheduled or is this just off the cuff? Like, should we have known, or I should say, should I have known about this? All right, well, I got to get out. What a crock that was. Well, I'm glad I got out where I did, and I'm glad I didn't start. But no, that's a serious question. Like, was he scheduled or did he just pop out of nowhere? Because if he was scheduled, then fair enough. That's totally my own fault. I mean, it's still my fault regardless, but like... Oh, it was scheduled? Okay, well then that is on me. Was he on time? Was he actually on time for this or no? No, now you're going to come back up. No. Oh, okay. So he's only 40 minutes late. Gotcha. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I guess I'll kind of sort of take... Yeah. Yeah, I guess I strong U.S. dollar to ruin the party. Well, now I want a strong U.S. dollar because I'm out of the trade, so I don't really care. Like, strong U.S. dollar, if that's going to tank it, then that's fine. I'll get short. But when you're long, yeah, I guess I technically want a weaker U.S. dollar just for a few moments to at least push the price up. Why doesn't the government speak off market times? Because, to be fair, like, we're all freaks, okay? The vast vast majority of the U.S. population is not sitting here watching 2-minute time frames where any of this actually matters. That's why the government doesn't really care about when they speak. And own it. Like, we're all freaks, okay? Think about what we're doing. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm literally watching a 2-minute time frame. Like, okay, where do I think this thing's going to be in the next 5 minutes? Like, the vast majority of the population does not only do they not do this, they don't even know what I'm doing is a thing, okay? It's like, I don't know if you've ever done it, but like for me, if I were to leave my house right now and go like, just take a drive, and then I would see other cars out, or like I see somebody like walking on a sidewalk. In my mind, I'm like, what are you doing? Don't you know the market's open right now? Like, why are you not watching the markets? The markets are open right now. What are you doing? Why are all these cars out here? Does anybody else ever have that feeling when they go out and you ask yourself the question, like, why are these people here? All right, getting a bit of a pullback here on MNQ. You just don't go out, yeah. A rarity for me to experience the outside weather during the day. All right, like I said, getting a bit of a pullback here on MNQ. Hey, hit that like button if you're enjoying. Let's try to make a run up to 150 likes here, only 12 away. Maybe we can create some sort of short squeeze in the likes. And looking to potentially play the pullback here on the long side. Yeah. Exactly. What do you mean you want to do something? The markets are open right now. What you mean you're not doing what? Like, that's the dumbest question ever. Sounds like Trump may have hit the Houthi rebels. Okay. Well, as of now, the market doesn't really seem to care about that. Well, I've had some times on the live stream where the stop loss feels like it's a great move, but this is one of these things where, yes, I'm playing the game right now. Hey, had I just been undisciplined and held and hoped, hey, it would have bounced. I would have been okay. So that's the frustrating stop loss. Sometimes you have the feel-good stop losses where you can play the game of, man, had I not stopped out, I would have gotten cooked. But then you have the sad stop losses where, had I been undisciplined, I would have had a winning trade. So this level here has definitely been very, very stubborn for the bulls and very, very good to the shorts. So, yeah, let's see how it acts up there. Maybe a short. We'll see. As soon as I heard Trump's voice on TV, yeah. Yes, my trade on gold was a losing trade. But it happens. It happens. Is anybody in a trade right now? I think this is more of a trade right now, if anything. Is this a dead cat bounce here? I could build and then just throw my stop loss right above here. So with the idea that this thing does ultimately roll back over. And then I can put my line in the sand right here, but, well, never mind. As I talked, the opportunity passed me by. I'm still holding long. You're holding what long? Oh, that's right. Trump is still speaking. Good call. Who was that? Thank you, Fresh Prince. Yeah, I need to just wait. Because at any moment, this nice little downtrend, that thing could turn into a massive green candle. Good call. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, I'm just scalping small amounts. Yeah, that's the problem. Even if you're trying to scalp small amounts, all it takes is one wrong word or one wrong tone, and your little attempted small scalp can go against you. And whoops, there was 48 scalps just wiped out with one bad trade because it spiked against me. Still looking for the high of day for next profit target. Over there, you mean the, oh, I guess that is the high of day too. That's your profit target up there, Neil? It's the Rose Garden Club lunch, so it should be not too bad. Agreed. It should not be too bad, but sometimes all it takes is one statement off the cuff, and people find themselves pressing the reset button. Target price hit. Good job, Sokol. Well done. It's Germa, honestly, it's not that fun because we don't even know like any of your numbers. Like you don't tell us where you got in or where your liquidation part is at. Like, so it's just not fun. Like we get it, you're gambling, but like to give us the ability to enjoy the ride with you, like some numbers would be good. But like you just saying green, green, it's like, okay. Like I want to experience your degeneracy with you. But like we kind of need some numbers to experience your degeneracy. Trump said oil and it spiked like crazy. I don't trade oil. Interesting. Yeah, what is oil? CL? How do I get oil to come up? CL. Hello? Oh, there we go. Where? Where did it spike like crazy? Or am I not looking at the right contract? Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to say goodbye to oil. Do you know if there's a setting to lock your account through Tradeovate? I don't know. I think so. I guess I don't know where it is, though. Yeah, so this yellow line here continues to be a nasty little bugger. Right there, fake breakout through that level. Well, let me put it, nasty for longs. Shorts are loving that action right there. So shorts would not say, well, they would probably say nasty, but they would say in a good way. Crazy, like everything changes just because he spoke a word. Yep. Yeah, that's why trading when he's speaking can kind of be a little sketchy. To be fair, sometimes it can really work out in your favor. But that is a two-sided coin. $368. And where's your liquidation point? Where do you get liquidated at, Germa? Like, where does your account... I mean, we're assuming you're in a prop account, so where's that liquidation point at? I get cooked. You get cooked or you got, huh? Went in 335, stop loss. All right, optional, appreciate it. Given the trade plan ahead of time. Hey, there we go with the breakout. Manga forever. Risk setting. Oh, I see. Manga's helping out answer that question. Thank you, Manga. That's very kind of you. Oh, when Trump talks, you get cooked. Oh, don't do that to the longs again. Hey, Ryan. I see what we did there, Ty. I see what we did. Bring in, what, Chumbawamba? Talk about a one-hit wonder. That song with Chumbawamba. I'm not sure there's a bigger one-hit wonder than that. Maybe there is, but that's got to be like top 5. Where am I? There it is. Ooh, that is oh, that is that's pure nastiness. Hide the kids. That's an R-rated movie that we just witnessed. R-rated. Tell your kids to get out of the room. This is R-rated, what we just witnessed. R-rated. Close your windows because you're going to hear a bunch of wailing and gnashing of teeth. Wow. Ooh, boy. Hide the kids. Hide the women and children right now. Wow, hide the kids. Hide them. What? If your kids are still in the room, you're a terrible parent or aunt or uncle or human being. Hide the kids. Can you imagine being along, buying that breakout right there? Oh, boy. Hide the kids. Protect the women and children. Wow. That is such a nasty, brutal move, and why it's sketchy to trade when Trump is talking. Yeah, Gurmo is gone. Adios, muchacho, to Gurmo. Yes, he is speaking right now. Yes, you can see the time frame right here. Wow. Trump said that Xi might not be happening and dump. That okay. Again, Trump is talking. It can Trump can giveth, he can also taketh away. That is, oh my goodness. Do we have anybody, be honest? I feel nothing but pity for you. Do we have anybody in the room that did buy this breakout right there? Again, I see why you did it. Are any of you here that bought that breakout? That is, whew, absolutely brutal. And why stop losses matter. I said buy the breakout. Buy the breakout, Janice. I didn't have anybody shorted it. I mean, Janice, with all due respect, you are a crazy person to have shorted that breakout. I realize I can sound, what are you talking about? That would have been an amazing short. Yeah, but like normally, yeah, that's just craziness that you stepped in front of that potential massive breakout. Short when Trump speaks. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Yes, this was a very bad drop. Nobody bought that? Well, I guess that's good at least. Actually just made 100. So Landon, you're kind of in like do or die mode at that point. Glad it worked out. I was short negative on the day until now. Nice job, Orville. Way to fight back. Yeah, Janice is definitely cray-cray. Wow. I mean, it's an interesting situation now. I mean, but with Trump talking, all he needs to say is one thing. And we're looking at not only a V, so the V shape, for anybody that's new, would be something like this. We're down here, and then it just goes straight back up to the V. But I mean, it could be a check mark where it just keeps going. Mikey, be honest, are you Juggalo, Mikey? Is this an alternate name for Juggalo, Mikey? Be honest. Be honest. Trump says China meeting might not happen. Yup. Yeah, that's what happened right there. Well, you didn't have, are you him? I kind of want to take a swing at VWAP down here, but like I said, that's playing with fire for sure. I bought it, but good job. Well, good job. Well, good job with the stop, Dan. Way to not lose your mind and start to average down. So, Gurma, are you still here? Like, let's see how serious Gurma actually is. Because if Gurma's honest, they are cooked. Spoon Kid, like I was mentioning, my friend. This is like the 15th time you've asked, brother. I am day trading futures. Right now, I am looking at MNQ futures. So you're cooked, right, Gurma? Don't say anything otherwise. We all know you're cooked, assuming you're being honest. All right, sounds good, Mikey. So to answer your question, Mikey, the 20, I don't remember. I want to say 24 hours, but it might have been 30 minutes. I don't remember though now. Are you still in a position? Oh, asking Gurma. Gotcha. Yeah, who was that? Yeah, that's true. When somebody asked if this was all pre-recorded. I remember that. That was an interesting question. Is gold care at all about what he's been saying? Not, I mean, it is kind of now a little bit. Maybe a short there. Not on this candle, though. If this wants to come down and consolidate out and then break, I could see myself being interested in a short there on gold. I am playing with fire, folks. Let me be very clear about that. I mean, why would... I mean, Mikey, surely you can understand where I was coming from. Like, that's weird. Somebody just randomly asks about Juggalo. Like, so, like, you understand why I would be a little skeptical, right? Like, in other words, why would you not love me after that? That was not done in any need to spare. Like, I think I was quite rational to be like, is that you, Juggalo? But good. Either way, I'm glad you still love me. I still love you too. I didn't hold. Trump is talking. Gurma, nobody believes you anymore. Since when do you care about responsibility, Gurma? Okay, so Gurma is just trolling around at this point. Sorry, man. You don't get to one moment be acting like and owning and proclaiming to be a degen, and then all of a sudden, you're all of a sudden being responsible. All right, I am playing with fire, so don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. This is dangerous, and it could be account roastage, but we seem to be getting at least enough bouncing around that it could work. Well, I was thinking VWAP, but I was too slow on it, and hey, look, it bounced off VWAP. Hey, Clay, are you live on YouTube when the market opens, or do you have a... I have a chat room. Yep. So, yeah, I'm not... I say this all due respect, but, like, I send people the link, and I think... I don't know. Like, people just... They never join, so it's not even worth it. This is probably the one situation where Khan would have joined, but, like, odds are, yeah, people aren't joining. What? Huh? It cost $8.25 a week? Nope. All right, let's see what we can potentially get here. Again, I like the 5-minute is also down here at the 50 period at the VWAP. Yes, we do have the variable of Trump's talking right now. So this is very risky from that angle of things, no doubt about it. I don't need to be at 5. I don't need to be at 5. Probably, David, but I just don't call them the nonsense terms that they call them. So probably, to be fair. Well, that's why it's playing with fire there, because... Well, food time, and then it's my trade time. And then it's my trade time. Well, I mean, when it's your trade time, you could still hang out here, John. All right, do we get a bounce off the overnight low? Maybe. But this is also, like I said, if you're trading right now, you are totally playing with fire. I should probably be a good example and not play with fire. Had a trailing stop and stopped out. Got good job stealing. No, it's fine, John. No problem. No problem, brother. Thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll see you again. What's gold doing? Nope, gold is through my... Ooh, that's just nasty movement there. Bounce and then coming back down. It's almost like the president's talking or something right now. All right, Steelen. Well done, sir. Well done. I appreciate it. Congrats on the trade and the win. All right, let's look for a bit of a fake break. So looking for a fake break of these lows. My first entry down there at the green line. Starting small to give myself flexibility. So step one, obviously, is the break's got to happen. You can't play a fake break if there is no break. Step two will be, will the break be enough? Meaning if it breaks and then it drops down right here and goes back up, well, then I won't be filled. So it's knocking on the door. Like I said, in order for the fake break to play out, you do actually need a break. And right now, all we're getting is a bounce, but let's see. Maybe some of you are buying right there, and maybe that'll prove to be true, but hindsight will be our judge. Well, bounce players, looking like you chose wisely and he chose poorly. All right. Okay. It did technically break through that level. Barely. Okay, that's not going to... May go short in the ES. Alrighty. Come on. Again, I'm playing with fire. I don't know. Maybe I should just be getting long right here. It's looking like it might want to bounce. But I don't know. Is that just trying to sucker in some longs? And then all of a sudden it just down. Well, congrats to those that were like, no, I'm going to buy at the overnight low. Good job. Like I said, hindsight has judged you to be very wise. Well, assuming you're doing a scalpy scalp. I guess if you wanted to get all the way up here, you still have a lot more work that needs to be done. But if you're just looking for a nice little scalp bounce, you definitely got it. So congrats. Well done. For me, I did not get it. Somebody mentioned wanting a short ES. What's going on with ES? Oh, wow. ES is getting... pummel too. And now it becomes a question of, is this a short? I mean, is this just kind of some sort of dead cat bounce? In a situation where if this V shapes, then, you know, if he dies type thing. I'm going to try. We got some peak volume there. So I'm going to throw out a short right there at that red line. And I will build. So I'm starting off very small. So if I get filled and it goes in my favor right away, I'll be sitting here saying, man, why didn't I start bigger? But if it continues against me, then I'll be very glad. Good discipline stealing. Again, I'm looking to get short, thinking this is just a dead cat bounce, but if I'm wrong, pain. like I said, step one is it's gotta bounce a little bit more. You need a little bit more of a recovery. But I'm trying to go with the trend, folks. It looks like the trend is officially down. So I'm trying to, see something like this if it happens, Trying to play the trend. Okay, here we go, making a push up. Go up there now. And if this is a V shape, I'm cooked. Because they're all the markets. So the markets in a general sense are all going to flow in the same direction. Again, NQ is you're trading the general NASDAQ market. YM, you're trading the general Dow Jones. ES, you're trading the general S&P 500. So that's why they're all kind of going the same direction. I'm going for a V. Okay. So if Keith gets his V, Keith will be celebrating. I will be in pain. Gold, you're trading the Wild West. Okay, here we go. I'm in. Opening allotment. Okay, out there for a scalpy scalp. I will restart the sequence now up there at the orange line. So yes, had I gone max size, that little scalpy scalp would have definitely been worth a lot more. But again, I'm trying to aim on the era of flexibility. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm going to go up there now. I don't know. This might be the short right here. It's just catching a surging knife. Something like that. Something like that. Don't be scared, Jim. Man up, boy. Ah. Careful, Keith. I know you're looking for that V shape. Careful, brother. Ooh, the double bottom maybe on gold? I don't know. Keith, what's your stop loss at? I'm worried for you. Where's your stop loss? Uh-oh. So, Keith's silence is deafening. Keith, take your thumb out of your mouth, stop rocking back and forth, and let us know what your stop loss is at. And then as soon as you hit enter, you can get back under your desk, start rocking back and forth as you suck your thumb. That's all we ask, real quick, Keith. Cooper is long here. And Cooper, where's your stop at? Where's your stop, brother? My first day of the test yesterday exploded. Dude, it's one account. Like some of you, I appreciate like being disappointed. It shows that you're serious, but like already scared after one account. I mean, I roasted like 40 accounts in one trade back before prop firms, back when you could go on tilt and then it was your own money that you were on tilt with. Like I've roasted the equivalent of like 40-ish accounts in one trade. One mistake cost me the equivalent of 40 prop accounts. So like, with all due respect, roasting one account, it's like, that's kind of like nothing. Okay, so Cooper has me nervous. I'm always a little nervous when people want to say that like they're in, and then you're like, "Where's your stop?" And then it's just radio silence. So that's kind of just a little FYI. If you are entering into trades and then you don't know how to answer the question, okay, and where's your stop? That's not good. Dude, you lost $100. So now you're at $25,100. Like that kind of illustrates the whole point. George is short gold. I like it, George. Thank you. You let us know that you're short, and you gave us a stop. In stop at 240, 250. Oh man. Okay. All right, Chris. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Again, nothing but respect to people that are mapping out trade plans ahead of time. That is good stuff. Even if you're wrong, that's okay. Everybody's wrong from time to time. No problem. Just below 5-minute low. Gotcha. So you are, Chris, you sound like more of a sway trader. Meaning you have no problem if you got to hold this thing for the next 3 hours to see what happens, you'll hold for the next 3 hours. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying it looks like that'd probably be a difference in our approaches to the market. The thought of holding something for multiple hours, let alone an hours. Good job, Orville. Well done, sir. Yeah, lately if I say go long, you better go short. Ah, you're in one of those streaks, huh? Yeah, kind of a little both. Well, I mean, it's not really the position size per se. I'm just saying that, like, if your stop is all the way down here, I'm assuming your target is quite a bit up higher here. So, I mean, it literally just could take out. Now, of course, if this just goes straight back up, maybe you're holding for like 10 minutes. But, I mean, it could also realistically require you to hold for hours before it gets up to any sort of price targets. Which, like I said, I'm not saying that makes anybody wrong. I'm just saying that would be a very big difference between, how I'm trading. I'm not really looking or willing to hold for hours on end. Trump's done talking? Okay. So he'll be talking in the next. So we all have about 5 minutes before he starts talking again? Is that what we got going on? Ooh, gold with a bounce too. All right. Thinking about maybe a short here. I have a well-defined stop. You could throw the stop right up above the 50-period simple moving average, but want to look for a little bit more confirmation. The V call out earlier. Yeah, we're still not at a V yet. A V of this movement would be, it dropped. So that would be the V-shaped recovery right there. And then if it keeps going, at that point, the V turns into the check mark recovery. But yeah, right there would be the V-shape. So we still got a ways to go before anybody that calls the V-shape was right. Kent, there has been no V-shaped recovery. That what we're looking at here is not the letter V. I guess, I don't know, Kent, maybe the alphabet you use. This is considered the letter V. But that's not the alphabet I use. All right, bit of a pullback here. Let's see what it wants to do. Oh, gold. Okay, gold. Fair enough as it starts to roll over. Uh-oh, what did Money Ghost say? I'm always just like, oh, what was the mysterious deleted message? Possible W engage. Yeah, we'll see. So he'll next maybe speak at 4 p.m. Oh, that's fine. 4 p.m. markets are essentially closed. I deleted because I had no trade plan. All right. Fair enough, Money Ghost. I appreciate that. That's what my V's look like in the process of writing them. That's true, in the process. Because you didn't give one. Well, there you go. I appreciate it. That's some good self-awareness there. All right. Yeah. I appreciate that, Money Ghost. I was interested in maybe thinking short of gold, but I'd want to see it more so up around that area right there. So yeah, if gold can get up to that yellow line, I might be interested in a short up around there. So for those of you that watch gold, let's see, what is that? 137. Let me know if gold's starting to get close to 137 so I can hop back over. IQZ, hey, good afternoon. Well, to be fair, so far so good. That 200 period moving average is behaving as support. But for any of you longs that are looking for some sort of some V shape back up there, I'd be pretty careful if that pink line falls to the downside. Just like it did there, I'd be just be ready to be disciplined. I was thinking maybe long from 125. Got your Money Ghost. All right, we were now at VWAP. Last time the price was there, it did bounce. Do you get another bounce? We'll see. Too scary for me to get long right there because this is, I mean, like I said, this could very well be the start of a bigger downtrend now. Where this is, are we going to be looking at something like this as time goes by? And this is just, kind of that first leg. Not necessarily, but, All right, longs, all you that were like, V-shape coming, I'm looking for the V-shape, I'm long, fine, but be disciplined. This is what's going to separate you from being a serious trader from being a clown trader. Can you be disciplined? Can you just cut the loss? You are now being tested. I hope you succeed. Might turn into a W shape. Yeah, I mean, it also might plummet. So, making sure gold's not approaching that yellow line, right? Oh, nope, not. It's actually going the opposite direction. I'm short from 286. Target is where's your stop at, David? There it is. 304. All right. Sounds good, David. And yes, David is definitely a different trader than I am. If he's willing to hold for the rest of the day, that sounds absolutely miserable to me to have to hold a position that long. But it is what it is. First main, bull flag. There is definitely no bull flag. He needs to go back on timeout. First main is either a crackhead or just a troll because he just always is constantly talking gibberish. So let's put him back in timeout. We'll give him 30 minutes. See if he can detox. Hey, go drink some water, first main. Well, I don't know. How do you detox from crack? I don't know. Maybe water. Water seems to fix a lot of stuff. Go drink some water, first main. Sober up, brother. Well, I was ideally not I was hoping it wouldn't break that trend line that quickly. You detox from crack by doing more crack. All right. Well, it sounds like Bill comes from the world of experience. Clay, would you believe I blew in an eval shorting gold? Yeah, I can see that because gold doesn't just, nothing goes straight down. I mean, if you shorted right here, I could see that roasting you. So yes, you know, right here, I could see you getting short right here, thinking it's going to roll over. That pop up right there, if you're oversized, that roasts you before going back down. So yeah, I can totally see how you would have lost an account trying to short gold. But yes, in a general sense, it is kind of poetic. Like gold is down 5% on the day, and then, oh yeah, I lost an account on the short side, even though the thing was down 5%, which just goes to show how broad statement trading is worthless. Because yeah, broadly speaking, you would think, oh, it's down 5%, so you definitely made money on the short side. Well, it's not like it was constantly down. There are some of those little nooks and crannies that can get you. All right, maybe, just maybe a long down around here. So that level has played out. That's right, the nooks and crannies can get you. All right, this is another level, but you got to think everybody in there. Yeah. All right. So those are, I think, well, I would definitely say more so than anything, this line right here. Got to think that lots of people are watching this, 112-ish area. Crooks and grannies. Grannies that are crooks. The reason I am holding for such a low target is because of the open range gap from yesterday. Yeah, no, that's cool. Like, again, good for you, David. I'm just saying that, yeah, I mean, even if I thought like something like that was going to happen for me in my psyche, I'm not looking to hold for something for hours on end. But good for you if you're able to do that. How do I go about withdrawing my 85 from my Trade-O-Vate Pro? You mean your take profit trader, Nas? What are you talking about from your Trade-O-Vate Pro? You mean take profit trader? I think my favorite thing about Trade-O-Vate is the ability to scalp. So, yeah, I mean, it's a platform that can allow quick movements for sure. No, David, I think that you think that I think you're crazy. I don't think that at all. I am just saying we have two different like psyches. Like you are willing to hold for hours on end. Cool. I'm just saying for me, that sounds miserable. Yeah, you've got to let the system update, Nas. You got to let the dashboard update. Because for all the system knows right now, you're going to make more trades and then you lose out on those gains. So just a little bit of patience. And then when the dashboard updates, you'll see that it will, I don't know. Like I can try to show you real quick. Anyway, no, you're a smart guy. Just wait. At the end of the day right now, you just got to wait. That's all. Yeah, good for you, David. Yeah, I don't really have that bone in my body. The hold for multiple hours bone, I was not born with. Ooh, okay, coming back down here, boy. Okay, let's see what we can cook up. Maybe we can get some sort of bounce. So I'm thinking long, but like I said, I want to see how it behaves around this area here. I'm not going to just blindly buy. Sometimes I want to remove that. Don't, David, don't. If you got the bone, no, if the bone is mean like you're holding and hoping, that's a bad bone. I agree. Get that bone out of there. But like if it makes sense to hold for a long time, then okay, don't take that bone out. But yes, if you find yourself holding for hours on end because you're simply holding and hoping and you've broken 38 rules already, that's probably the bone that you wanna go to the doctor to get removed. Well, of course you have to wait, Nass. What do you think? What do you... Yes, you have to wait. The day isn't over. For all the system knows, you're going to go make another trade and potentially add more gains or lose them. When I jumped into prop firm futures trading from day trading stocks for 7 years, I thought I had done a mistake. After 8 months of prop firm trading and been consistently profitable, I did the right thing of moving into the... Yes, exactly, Alan. Yes, thank you. I know you've shared that before. Yes, that's why around here, Pam's plant, day trading futures through a prop firm. It is mathematically verifiable. The way to go. Jay's right. I dig the banter. Good. Hey, well, good, Jay. Some people that get rubbed the wrong way by it. I understand the banter's not for everybody. Like if you didn't play sports growing up, if you've never had anybody like raise their voice in passion, yeah, the live stream probably not for you. Clay, do you view gold as an inverse of NAS? No, I don't. I don't, Kent. I don't. I don't, can't say it. If gold was the inverse of anything, it would be usually the dollar. Oftentimes, oil and gold care about one another, but more times than not, it's the dollar and gold that are the inverse of one another. Well, Clay, not all sports are the same. Do you mean not all coaches are the same? Gold? Oh, okay, somebody's yelling at me for gold. Oh, no! I wouldn't have taken it anyways. I got to be realistic. I would not. This move started up here. I would not have shorted right there. That would have felt like a chase into a support. So, yeah, I actually didn't miss anything. Now, had it come down here and then consolidated and then went, okay, I could have taken that. But no, I would. Again, the voice in my head make me want to think, oh, man, you just missed out. Oh, man, you would have shorted right. No, I wouldn't have. No, I wouldn't have. I know my strategy. I would not have done that. At 41.18. Oh, good job. Oh, I see. Okay. So Money Ghost was like, I'm not waiting for this. I'm getting short at the break up here. Good job, Money Ghost. You chose wisely. Well, I'm not saying it was sketchy. I can see why you do that. You just were anticipating it. There is like a little miniature support there that you took the short of as it broke. Okay, so now the day is turning into this, where it's getting close to what I want, but not quite close enough. I've been wanting the price to come down to this pink line, and it comes down here. Close. Meh. Right here. Close. So yes, in hindsight, dude, that was close enough. Well, yes, in hindsight, I realized it was close enough. But if this had come down and crashed down through, you'd probably be saying, hey, good job, Clay, waiting for confirmation. Like it was like that one guy last week. They're not back. I put him on mute, but he never returned. Like he just did not understand the confirmation bias that he had with hindsight. It was a very bizarre interaction. But there are dented people in this world. Sometimes I'm a dented person. But a good life goal is don't be dented. Don't be a dent. We are at 308 viewers and the chat is just dead silent. I wonder how many viewers you have to get to where there's at least a couple of messages coming in every I don't know, every few seconds. I wonder like how many that actually is. Because officially 308 people, it is still possible for the chat to go totally silent. Oh, good. Frank is here. The sound of silence. Dun, 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 dun. Did you end up taking the VWAP bounce trade? Nope. Did you? Thank you, Joe. Do you live stream? Yeah, I go live every day at 11 a.m. Eastern. Then I usually go for a few hours. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. But I always say make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications just so you can be reminded. So definitely a lot of buyers down around this area. You can see, I mean, just even going back here, the overnight low, buyers, all these lower shadows representing buyers, lower shadows, buyers, lower shadows, buyers, lower shadows, buyers. So if the price were to come down in this area, I have zero interest in going short. Doesn't mean that the short can't work out, but man, you're short in an environment where there seems to be a whole lot of buyers. So I'd want to at least see this area get cleared down through before I get short anywhere down around this area. Ooh, okay. Gold is right there at the 21. Could be, might be worth it here. I mean, yeah, I just do smaller size here. Okay, I'm short. Do you show what you trade during your live? Yeah, man. I just took a trade. Why wouldn't I show what I'm doing? I must be misunderstanding what he's asking. Do you show what you trade? Oh, yeah. I'm trading gold right now. Clay, where is that volume option? You're going to have to be more specific. What volume option? Wherever you tell me, Kent. You dingbat. Kent, you're on my bad side. When you call things V-shapes that are not V-shapes, and then I point it out, and then you just don't say anything, you're on my bad side. Gold is all of a sudden eating my lunch this afternoon. What is going on? Okay, gotta get out. Okay, Kent's going in timeout. Like, if you can't just admit that, like, you were just wrong, don't try to rationalize your way out of it. Kent's gone for the day. See ya, Kent. If you're going to be intellectually dishonest, gotta go, brother. You're not banned, but you're gone for 24 hours. Okay, Gold. I'm glad I stopped out, but Gold is eating my lunch this afternoon. I'm 0 for 2 on the past gold trades. MNQ take profit at 45. Okay. Is anybody else here making money on gold this afternoon? Because I am not. Hey, Gurma. Do I need to put you in timeout or just ban you? My strategy works. You don't have a strategy. I am. Good job. I'm glad somebody is. It seems more often than not it will go really close to my profit target, then turn opposite direction. What do you do in those trades? Sometimes I try to be strong, but other times I'm like, all right, fine, close enough. I blew up my pro account today on gold. Lose it all. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll be thankful then. Some of you, I appreciate you guys being transparent and just tell me, no, Clay, I mean, I blew my account. So the mere fact that you have not blown your account with gold today, you know, you're doing all right, brother. Yes, I've made money in 2 accounts with gold, but blew up another with gold too. So, yeah, again, nothing but respect. And I love the transparency from you guys. That's great stuff. Hey, Fat Splat, where have you been? I hope you do. I'm not sure what Brody is. Lose it all. I hope you. Well, thanks, Brody. I appreciate the support. Gold could be a bottom. I have been longing it. Gold could be. I don't know. I'm kind of jaded right now towards gold. I don't. Again, I'd like to get short here, but. So let me put it this way. I'm thinking of a short, which means if you want to make money, go long. Go long. Because I'm thinking of a short here. And my track record now on gold seems to be that means if you go long, you'll be Lamborghini shopping in the next 7 minutes. I am up 1,100 in gold, but down 298 in NQ, but was down. Well, I mean, you're green for the day, so that's good. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Oh, I remember that TV show. Maybe it's still around. I don't know. Yeah, right now I think gold looks more interesting than MNQ. Like I said, that, oh, man. I have recency effect right now. So recency effect is in full emote. I'm basing my last 2 trades. Well, that's going to happen again because that's what happened the past 2. Well, no, this is technically a totally separated incident. But yeah, the recency effect, psychology-wise, is eating my lunch right now. What's the best way to make money? I keep losing. The best way is to be a great loser. If you don't know what I mean by that, you got to learn to be a great loser in trading. Trading has nothing to do with making money. It's got everything to do with what you do when you're wrong. Be a great loser. I'm long 41.07. On gold, you're long at 41.07? All right. I got to do it. I got to do it. Okay. Short. So get long if you want to make money. This thing's getting ready to break out, I'm sure. While that statement on gold that it's better than MNQ is concerning. It should not be concerning. Gold is having a pretty historic day. Come on down some more. I kind of just missed out on the potential scalpy scalp. There we go. I'll take that little scalpy scalp, get a little bit of confidence back. Do you see how the recency effect works? Do you see how the recency effect was just, would have led to me missing a winning trade? Again, study it out, the recency effect. Why is that concerning? I don't know why the statement that right now gold is better than MNQ is concerning. Why would that be the case? Gold is literally getting destroyed today. It's all over the place. It's very volatile today. It's, I don't want to say like, yeah, pretty historic day. Not the most historic, but yeah. But like, why is that concerning? Shaya is in Forex. You got to kick Forex to the curb. Shaya Mohammadi. Forex is garbage compared to futures. Truly garbage. It's like watching paint dry. Why didn't you hold longer? Because I only had one. So that is the downside to having one. When it's time to scale out, you got to just, your trade basically ends. E Company, where have you been, dude? Okay, this is I'm asking out of like pure curiosity. E Company, you are so not new. You like say good morning, like you're one of the main people every morning that says, "Hey, good morning" when the live stream starts. How are you not aware that I've been trading gold now for the past 2 weeks? Like, genuine question. These are the moments that make my mind as a live streamer just explode as I don't understand. Again, you are one of the faithful. Every morning when I start, I'm like, all right, I know one of the people that I was going to say good morning is E Company. And you are here every morning, try and true. But for that person to be like, wait, when did you start trading gold? What is going on? Gurma, just stop, Gurma. We know we're no longer taking Gurma serious. We gave you a chance and you just trolled it away. And they deserve to be mocked, Ty, because a lot of them, they're literally trading gold for the simple reason that they're like in a gold cult and can't think for themselves. So those people deserve to be mocked 100%. I'll die on that. And I will still die that gold is not that great under normal situations. But like right now, it is not normal for gold. So gold is, to be fair, to give credit where credit's due, gold is moving very, very nicely, given that it's not normal situations. But yes, if gold is just kind of like not in the headlines and kind of just doing its own thing, give me NQ all day long. Whoa, here we go, here we go. This is the new Truman Show sequel is amazing. When will Clay know he's living outside of a TV show? Did you get a job yet, Cuse? Or are you still broke? Haha, you didn't think I'd remember you, did you? You're the guy that's like telling everybody how you're broke, right? You pick up another job or what? How's that coming? We don't want you to be broke, brother. You find a new side hustle somewhere? Get some extra cash flow? We all lose. Ain't no trader winning every time. The actual on a trade by trade basis, I don't know which is going to win and which is going to trade and lose. Yeah, well said, NQ or NAS. Sorry, EJ. What you think for MNQ? In regards to what? You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific. That's why you should be disciplined and cut losses. Exactly. Melkus, YT, shorts. You're short right now, Melkus? I'm not sure what you mean by shorts. You are short or you're thinking of getting short? You think I should short? You're short physically? So many possibilities when people just show up and say a word. Okay, entered at 302. Okay, he's cooking. He's cooking. Where's your target at? Or at least where's your first target at, Melkus? Somebody get this man an apron. He's cooking over there. I may be biased, but I never lost an eval that quickly when I traded gold this morning. It was movie-like. Might even be a world record. Well, again, that's what gold is almost like moving too quickly. That's how quickly gold is moving right now. 280 is your target. All right, I'm going to cheer for Melkus. Come on, oh, okay, VWAP. Looking for VWAP. Gotcha. Come on, 280. Melkus is a nice guy. There was a movie starring Dad from the Malcolm in the Middle that centered around... Wasn't the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, Heisenberg? Isn't that who Malcolm's dad is Heisenberg? Longed 299. Stop. Yeah, wow. Sokol. Again, Sokol and David would get along well. Sokol's like, I'm willing to hold this for the next 3 hours. I'm good. Good for you, man. We just got different bones in our body. Yo, all set up on my first prop account, was trading with my capital, but thinking about what you said made sense. All right, AK Mike, good. What, did you go take profit trader? And by far the most important question, did you feed hungry kids? Did you use code Clay? That is by far the most important question. Well, thank you. Appreciate you using code Clay. What a dirty rat. Yeah, gold didn't really roll over anymore. Well, I'm assuming he was answering yes to code Clay. I guess he could have been answering yes to something else, but I was literally 3 ticks from getting my stopped out. All right. I like it. I like it, David, when you're oh so close yet oh so far away. Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you very much, sir. Do you know how to swing trade futures also? I assure you, the type of trading is not your problem. Your problem is not, oh, maybe I should be a swing trader compared to a day trader. The problem is you have zero idea of how to manage risk. That is your problem. I can promise you that you switching to swing trading is not going to make any difference. You don't know how to manage risk. And that's okay. I don't say that in a mean way. I just say it in a very fact of the matter way, and that's kind of where we all start. Like, as a beginner, you have no idea how to manage risk. You don't know what that actually means and all that. So I'm noticing when I run YouTube Clay Trader, it is 3 seconds slower than phone or computer. I don't know why that would be the case, but I also don't claim to be an expert on that. But that's weird. That if you watch the live stream on a TV, it would be 3 seconds slower. Also, the dad from Malcolm in the Middle is Heisenberg. Do you not get that reference, Nas? You don't get the Heisenberg reference. If you don't get that, we got issues. Okay, gold. Okay. I always feel like I need to tip a waitress after you're done streaming. I mean, you can do a super chat. Those are always appreciated, but the biggest appreciation, just using code Clay. Yeah, Shia, I would encourage you to consider stepping away from Forex and getting into futures. Futures move oh so better than Forex. All right. It is starting to take shape. Maybe an interesting long here. I mean, these lows do keep technically getting higher and higher. Is that like higher? So I don't know. Stair stepping up. Is it getting coiled for a move? Ba-boom. Not baboon, but baboom. Big difference. We like babooms. We don't want to be a baboon, though. Yeah, I think I'm more long biased now on this one compared to short. Agreed. Yeah, hit that like button if you have not yet. Thank you, Kamish, for helping to remind everybody here to hit that like button if you're enjoying and have not yet. Would love to at least get this up to 200 likes. All right, we're right at that pink line. And smacked right down by it. Took profits at 290. All right. And stopped out. Good try, David. Good try. You can't win them all. It happens. I might have to try short here. Let me see, though. 98. Again, when I look over here, I'm not looking out the window. I just have another monitor with time frames. So I know sometimes people ask, "Are you just using this?" No, I have other time frames, and that's why I'm not all of a sudden just staring off into nothingness. I'm looking at the other time frames. Like I said, I'm starting to get more so bullish bias. I might even be more bullish bias. That's why I'm hesitating on the short, because I'm like, well, wait a second, Clay. You were just saying that you're bullish bias, and now you're thinking about doing a short. What's going on here? Which currency pair is this? Debbie, this is futures. I'm not trading Forex. Forex is like watching paint dry. I prefer not to watch paint dry. What's your bias on MNQ? Unknown, I'm thinking. What's your bias, EJ? Can you detach the time frames to put on another screen? Yeah, I think you can only do that, though, on the desktop version, which is what I'm using here. I am not using the web browser version. I am on the desktop version. I mean, Johnny, are you willing to make an investment in yourself? Like, a lot of people complain, not that you're complaining, but a lot of people like, and it's like, I can, but like, oh, wait, it's not free, scammer. So if we're one of those people, then no. Because it takes, trading is not easy. To fix people, to coach people, to help people out. It is a time commitment. But if you're interested, I'll throw it your way. But most people are not willing to make this commitment. They're willing to just blow themselves into oblivion, and it is what it is. I don't talk about it here just because whatever. But here you go. You asked. So there you go, Johnny. So check out that link. There you go. That is my mentorship program. Again, oh, I see what... I didn't bring it up, okay? So before you go and start to cry me a river, somebody asked about it, and I answered. Because I know some people in this world are really, really bothered by that sort of stuff. Is this Tradovate? It is, yes. Tradovate through Take Profit Trader, who is the prop firm that I'm using. Wilmer, good seeing you. Good to see you too. Honestly, Wilmer, I maybe I should recognize the name. I don't, so I apologize for that if I should. But yeah. What crypto is this? Baboon. It's the Baboon crypto. Yep. Have a good one, Gurma. Did you take a long or short trade? If I take a trade, Debbie, you will know it because one of these numbers down here will start to move around. That long is cooking. What long? Your follower in Honduras. Well, that's very cool. Glad that that's neat. That's the crazy thing about the live streams. There are people literally around the world you can be talking to. New 30-minute. I'm still waiting for your bias, EJ. Oh, I'm sorry. You did give it to me. I'm short. Risk. Light position just in case. Gotcha. Well, I'm very glad that I held off from that short. Like I said, I was like, I'm kind of bullish biased. I just said that out loud, and all of a sudden I'm thinking of a short. What's up with that, brother? That's what I'm saying in my head as I have my conversations. Yes, I call myself brother in my head. What are you doing, brother? Good. Now, I did miss out on the trade in the sense of I said I was long biased, and it turned out to be a breakout. I didn't make any money, but I also, that bias helped me to avoid a losing short trade there. So I'll try to chalk it up as a win in that regard. If it wants a pullback here, I could be very interested in a I don't know about very interested, but I could be interested in a long down around this orange line if it wants to pull back. Let's keep an eye on gold. Take profit at 345. Okay, you still got a ways to go for that. Okay, looking for basically these highs. Fair enough, Joe. Hopefully you get it. Where's your stop at currently? Yep, turning into a W. Okay, well, please, can you tell, how do you make money from a W, EMA? Fair enough, it's turning into a W. Okay, now how do you make money from it? Can you give us an entry point, a stop, and a target? I'm curious on how one makes money from a W. Teach me, oh wise one. 25,289. Good stuff. Teach us, oh wise EMA. How do we make money from a W? Or from, excuse me, something turning into a W? Exactly. Show us your ways. Haum. You entered at 307. Okay. You entered at 307. Okay. And then where's your stop at? Can you make gold tank, please? Yeah, sure. Let me sneeze real quick. Let me work up a sneeze so that gold will go down. I re-entered at 312. Stop it. All right. Malik or Melkus, is he staying bearish biased? See, they cooked. I don't know. You day to day, you keep referring to a trade that I'm not sure what you're referring to. Earlier you said that long is cooking. I don't know what long. And now you're saying, see, they cooked. I don't know what I'm supposed to see. Being specific is always a good thing in a live stream. I kind of give this tip quite a bit. But if you want to be an asset to the live streamer, don't speak broadly. Because they have many comments, they're talking a lot, there is a delay. So the more specific you can be in a comment, the more you're helping them out. Because you tell me to see they cooked. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be seeing here. All right, so here's the question, Ty. Why is this all of a sudden, like, what happened? Did gold, like, reset on the day? Shouldn't that still be like what happened to the 5% or whatever that I used to see there? Why is it showing that it's green on the day? What am I missing? All right, EMA. He has told us how to make money from the W. He's entering at 3. Where'd it go? 307. Okay, let's see. 307 was the entry, or is the entry. Okay, he's in. Okay, so I guess he's trying to play the top of the what he would call a W. Okay. His stop loss is at 72. Oh, wow. Okay. Way down there. Gotcha. Trading View still says minus 5%. Yeah. All right. Now I'm even more confused. Again, for anybody that trades gold, why is this all of a sudden showing that it's like not down that 5% or whatever? Is that a platform bug, or does like gold somehow like close and open back up at like a different part during the day? I don't know. I'm still, like I said, pretty new to gold as of the past couple weeks. Does anybody know how that works? For some of you gold aficionados. I believe it settles earlier than the indexes. CNBC is showing gold is down 5.3% right. Okay. Never trade gold. Why not? Oh, you're just saying you never trade gold. Gotcha. You're not saying to never trade gold. Or at least I don't think that's what you're saying. You're just saying that you never trade gold. I think. When gold isn't ruining my life, it's great. Well, I mean, you lost an account today. It's not the end of the world. I appreciate the fact that you treat it so seriously that it feels like your life is ruined or being ruined because you lost a single account, but all things considered, not that big of a deal. Given that it was a prop account. All sports highlights. N and Q from 25,300. All right, a little delayed on the trade plan, but we'll accept it. Gold just ripped up again. It did? Yep, it did. Was there some sort of news at 2 o'clock that would cause gold to react that way? I wasn't aware of any major announcements today, but I guess I don't know that for sure. Longing gold. Okay, and where's your stop loss at, Hoover? Clay, Trump smacked you today. Well, I was told that the Trump speech was scheduled. I also took a losing trade when Trump said something, but that's still my fault because I decided to choose to trade when Trump... Well, I didn't know that Trump was speaking, but it was scheduled, so I should have known that he was speaking, is my point. So, yeah, kind of one of those things where if you choose to trade when Trump's speaking, that risk comes with the territory. My guess is, if I had a guess of how you got smacked, is you bought that breakout long right there, and then whoosh. That's where I think the Trump speech got the most people. Buying that breakout, or even buying this pullback anywhere along here, thinking it was still going to be a nice pullback, and then just getting dumped all over. That'd be my guess. That's intense. That happens to me several times a day, EMA. Several times a day in my world. Can confirm was a victim of it. 5 points from my take. Oh, yeah, that's rough. That's, ugh. Yep, that move right there. That was the one that I would assume cooked the majority of people. Possibly some cookage here if you're short, get it a little too soon. And then, yeah, if you're short and then you got cooked here, now you're on tilt. Because after you got cooked probably right around here, yeah, or maybe right around here, it went up a little bit more and then just completely rolled over. So those shorts are probably on tilt. Okay. Do we have a short here? Maybe. If it wants to come up here to this yellow line, I'm going to see how it behaves and then maybe throw my hat in the ring for a short. Get my stop up over above 140. Like I said, step one is the price needs to get up to that area. Correction, 132. Yeah, that was a big one, Kyle. That was the constipated coup. All right, here we go. I got to cook. Okay, let's see how it wants to behave. Well, okay, I'm in short. Let's see if we can get some more downside pressure here. Loving the candle. Great candle. Will it deliver for me, though? Remains the question. Come on. Again, I'm short, so for any... Oh, love the candle. For any of you beginners out there, I want to see prices go down. That is what short means. Okay, I took one out there. Put my stop now in break even territory. And let's see if this thing wants to keep on rolling over. So worst case, this will be a winning trade. Just don't know how much because I don't know how far down this candle wants to go now, which is a good spot to be in. There we go. Move it down some more. Keep breaking down. Again, I'm in a very stress-free spot because it's not a question of if I make money, but how much money am I going to make? Because, like I said, I am just moving it down as it goes in my favor. Keep flushing. Keep flushing. Good, good, good. Push. Give me another push. Good. Good. And out there. Very good. All right. All righty then. I hesitate on that one too. I definitely should have been in a little bit sooner, but it is what it is. And the chat is silent. Like, what am I even doing then? What's going on? Today's been a goofy day from a live streaming standpoint. I don't get it. I don't understand. Somebody please explain this algorithm to me and how live streaming works. Did anybody take that short with me? You're still in? Good job. I'm assuming short. Actually, there might be another short, so I should probably keep my eye on it. Caught it at 134.80. Oh yeah, so you got a slightly better entry point than I did. Good job. Yeah, you didn't hesitate. I did, and then you got the better entry. Good job. Devin took it. Janice took it good. I think chat's quiet because we're getting because we're getting roasted. I mean, come on. How could you be getting roasted? Unless everybody was fading me. I suppose in that situation, if you faded me and you're like, okay, if this jokester's getting short, I'm getting long. Yeah, in that situation, yeah, you'd be right. They're getting cooked. I think it's because everyone is in a trade. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That would make sense. Neil is trying to unroast. Do you still have the pro account, Neil, or did you lose it all? Nice call. Thank you. Did you take it, Denver's? Well, not really. But he goes, because you're saying, well, people aren't talking because they're in the trade. But they're like, yeah, but that's my case too. I'm in a trade, but here you are. Money Ghost, you're still talking. Good job, Denver's. Congrats. So I have one racehorse and working on my second. Good job, Janice. Fill that stable. Fill that stable with those racehorses. No, I have it, but way down today was down 500, then down 100, now down 950. Gotcha, yeah. Neil's having a rough day, but I appreciate the transparency. My next target is 123.3. How many contracts did you do, Money Ghost? Both 25K, gotcha. I'm thinking of a long now. Seeing if it wants to bounce back up. Trying to pass my prop. Got liquidated yesterday. It happens. Part of the prop firm world. Blown accounts. I mean, like I said, take it seriously, but don't take it too seriously. Because it's in all actuality, monetarily wise, it's basically nothing. Which is better to have, 425K accounts or 100K? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Nobody's ever asked that one before. So that is my answer. I don't know. I would think 425Ks so that you can spread out your risk more. So I'm going to go with that because that's kind of the same principle with copy trading. With copy trading, it is actually less risky because you spread out your risk across. So you're having the same purchasing power, but the risk is spread out because it's being spread out across multiple accounts. So yeah, as I talk out loud, 425Ks are better. NQ refusing to move. Is it stuck there right now? Oh yeah, definitely just kind of stuck in that little range. Yeah, that's why I say gold today has definitely kind of been the winner. Yes, 425Ks. You can trade more contracts at a time. While true, I don't know if that's necessarily the most attractive thing. I think given that this is a game of risk management, the fact that how you can spread your risk out, I would say makes the 425Ks better. All right. I am liking the long tails on the 5. For what, the NQ or the gold or gold? What are you talking about, Neil? Clay, just a thought. Can you trade 225Ks for 50K since you already allowed 5? Can you trade 250K accounts for 50K? I'm not sure what you're asking. Can you trade 225K accounts for 50K? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're asking there. Oh, really? You only do NQ. You don't even do MNQ at all? At all? It's all NQ, Neil? I don't know if I'm maybe misunderstanding you or something, but Neil and your typos. Oh. You don't text with your kids, do you, Neil? You probably say all sorts of goofy things to your kids all the time because of your typos. Like, what's the goofiest thing you said to your kids via text with a typo? That's funny. Nice to meet you, Mikey. I'm Mike E. I know you're the worst. That's why I'm asking. What is the craziest thing you've said to your kids? Can a person that has the 25K accounts give those back? No. I guess I don't know. I highly doubt it. I think it's one of those all sales or final type things. Gold ripping back up? It is? Dude. I mean, when you say ripping back up, it is going back up, but you got my hopes up. I don't know if I'd consider that ripping back up. Yeah, thank you, Idang. The list is too long. Well, I can relate to your kids. Me and your kids have a special bond because we have to deal with you and your typing errors. I would once again be interested in a potential short up around that yellow line. But as of now, we're not really anywhere close to it, so just kind of a wait and see there. I don't think I care about this line. I'm just throwing it out there more so for curiosity's sake. I shouldn't even be able to speak right now. They put me in the corner. That's why it's been a little more quiet at... We put you in the corner, Mikey? Is this a new name? Have you been here before under other screen names, or am I reading too much into what you're saying? I don't know. Who put you in a corner? Talk to me. This is a safe place. Oh, it's you. Yeah. Wouldn't gold slowly going up be good to play short off the zone? Yeah. If it comes up here again, yeah, on gold, I'd be interested in a short. That is true. But the longer it holds above this trend line. So at first, this was more of just let's see. I don't know if there's any theory. I connected that point with that point, but check it out. Ba-boom. So now I'm that much more interested in that trend line. Beforehand, like I said, it was just kind of let me throw that in there, see what happens. But now, with that little bounce off of it, okay, now we're cooking. I'm still not saying I'm going to short the breakdown of that trend line, but that trend line does seem to be a little bit more relevant now at this point. Clay, I used your code with TPT and Trump blew my account first time. Well, why were you trading when Trump was speaking? Do you usually do that? Or did you just not know that Trump was speaking? Because it was scheduled that he would be speaking. So I guess I'm guessing you did not know. Yeah. That was me too. I had a losing trade because of Trump. Didn't blow my account, but I did have a losing trade. But it was my fault because, to be fair, to be objective, it was public knowledge that Trump was going to be speaking. So it was ultimately my fault at the end of the day for not knowing, because I should have known. Oh, okay, NQ, or MNQ, I should say, with the rollover here. NQ is dropping. It is indeed dropping. Might be interested in a long down around this VWAP area. So I want to see it come down here a bit more. Maybe try to throw on a long. See if I can cook something up. Hopefully I don't get cooked. Trying to also keep an eye on gold here. A break down below this trend line would also imply that the price is broken down below that purple line, so maybe that's a short. Good thing it is only $100. Exactly. Yep. Could have been a lot worse. The power of prop firms, that's for sure. I mean, so that really illustrates it. Hadi forgot that Trump was speaking. He traded when Trump was speaking, and then he got roasted. He lost his account. But can you imagine if Hadi was using his own money, he forgot that Trump was speaking, and then he experienced the same trade? he would have been down way, way, way more of his own money than what he is now. That in and of itself is the power of prop firms right there. Perfect example. Again, same situation. So just in case you're, wait, how does it work with the prop firm? So same situation. I forgot that Trump was speaking, and then you're trading, and then Trump said something, and then crazy stuff happened, and you experience pain. If you're in your own world, you're taking a loss. In this situation, yeah, if you lose the 2,000, you don't lose 2,000 like it would be with your own funds. You're just out the $102, which was the price of the account itself. So that in and of itself, that is the power of prop firms, that to hedge against sometimes those whoops. You just forget it's certain things. So I'd rather have a whoops cost me $102 as opposed to $2,000. So that is, like I said, yes, prop firms can give you the ability to gain ultimate leverage, create great ROIs, but at the core, because trading is a game of risk management, prop firms allow maximum risk management. Checking in still in the game. All right, Grant, good to hear. Grant's still in the game, folks. That's what we want. I'm going to hit the like in honor of prop firms. You are a good man, Oliver. I didn't lose the account. Only $100 to reset. Well, yeah, I mean, you lost the account in the sense of if you want the account back, you now have to reset for $100. So the fact that you have to reset means you did lose the account. That's what I mean by that. Exactly. One bridge at a time. When do they cancel your prop account? Well, you cancel it if you want. If you blow up an account and want to reset it, you can do that. But if you just want to cancel the entire thing, then you've got to cancel it. Got to go get the kids from school. All right, sounds good, Juggalo. Added more on the dip. My average is... All right, I don't remember that being part of your trade plan, EMA, but to be fair, maybe it was, and I just missed it. But I could have sworn you just gave a stop loss. Let's take a gander back up. Make sure that EMA is not going into degen mode here. I like EMA. Good guy. That might be a challenge, though, to find his trade plan. Oh, there he is. There he is. 272 was his stop. Oh, okay. Okay, not even anywhere close to a stop. So it's not like it broke below a stop, and all of a sudden he's not honoring his stop, and now he's adding more. Yeah, you're good. Yep, I just found it. 72 is your stop, so okay. I like this trend line on gold. I like this trend line on gold. I'm cooking. If it wants to go down there, I might take a swing at it. What a bounce, though. Here, to be fair, that's a nice movement. So that's still going to be the main battleground right here. 318. Yeah, 318 is public enemy number one right here. This is where the bulls have struggled time and time again. Getting up around that area again, so... Do they struggle once more, or can they finally push through? That is kind of the popcorn moment right now. Is what is the price going to do with that area? Finally be able to break through or not? Hey, do we have 12 likes out there? If you are enjoying, I'd love to get this up to at least 200 likes. So if you are enjoying, entertained in any way, shape, or form, and you have not yet hit that like button, please seriously consider doing so. Like I said, we'd love to get this up to at least 200 likes. That would feel... like a decent mission accomplished. All right, 1-9. So 5 more. Let's see if we can get 5 more out there. Yeah, once again, look at that. Look right where it got rejected from, right at those highs. Again, 218. There were people, I don't know why, but the sellers want to sell right now at that area. But no guarantees. Got to think if it can break up through there, though, could get a nice pop. a 318. Okay, trying to push. Oh, is this going to be another? It might be a short here, actually. I could get a nice tight stop. Yeah, risk about 6 points on it. Okay, yeah, I'll give that a try. I'll give a 6 point. Okay. Like I said, last time I was up here, it rolled back down nicely. Is this going to be some sort of double top? That's the question. So I want to see it come up here and hit that one more time, and then if it comes back down, I'll try it. Again, a little bit more. There we go. Well, never mind. Now my risk profile is too big. All right, that looks like it was actually a genuine break. Again, my whole thing was, let's see if it wants to get rejected back down. So waited for confirmation, but this is a situation where I'm glad I did because it saved me from a losing trade. Again, to be fair, sometimes you wait for confirmation and it causes you to miss out on a winning trade. So, I mean, there's always give and take. Hey, 206. There we go, chat. Thank you. Ooh, don't do that to the bulls. Don't you even think about it. Oh, no. Don't you even think about it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Don't do that to the bulls. Don't do that to the people that are like, oh, I'm going to buy that breakout. Oh, look, it finally broke out. Don't do it. Don't you dare. If this comes up and comes back down, I will be trying to short. But step one for me, I want to see it go back up first. Maybe a dumb requirement. Hindsight will be my judge. Looking like a dumb requirement. Oh, no. Think about the longs that bought that breakout. They are... open up your window. The cuss words that you hear, that's the longs that bought that breakout. Again, totally justified. I can see why they'd want to buy it. That was a breakout of a pretty significant area. But sometimes the market has these nasty fake breaks, and that's what's looking like is potentially happening here. Right there, show me the money. He got a snack again. Sorry, man, bummer. That's brutal stuff, man. I feel your pain. Show me the money. It happened to him again, so that brutal stuff. I'm not sure, period. Haven't been over there in a while, period. Is there a ceiling in that room now, question mark? This is getting sketchy. But I don't know. That one right there, maybe that already knocked out the longs. So, I mean, imagine this. You're a long, you buy the breakout. It comes down here. You think it's a fake breakout, so you stop out, and then it recovers back up. That's tilt producing right there. It's going to have steel paneling in it. Might want to get a hold of Sam, period. He's the one that's been working on all of that. Yeah, for the cooler room. I gave up buying breakouts without a second 1 minute candle push, 2 minute. Yeah. And BW Trades, to your credit, I think that was a good call because yet another nasty fake break. Not as nasty. Here was like the nasty one. This one is like what nightmares were made out of. Broke out and then baboosh. Again, that was Trump speaking. So that's the risk that's run when Trump is talking. Like I said, to be fair, there might be some longs that are still holding on. Because it's not like the one I just showed where it broke out and then had a big plunge. It still come down. So there might be some longs that are weathering the storm and trying to hold. But yes, this is now This is now entering into tilt territory for some longs. Those longs being the ones that bought the breakout, got stopped out as they're like, oh, fake breakout rollover. And all of a sudden, if this thing keeps coming up, if you're one of those people and you are here right now, let me be the one to just be honest with you. You're probably going to be, you're going to have the tilt. You are on tilt alert. And don't lie to yourself about it. Accept it. It's okay. We've all been there. The key is acknowledging when you're on tilt alert, because that is a very tilt producing moment. Bad day, but definitely not tilted. Well, good. Glad you did not go on tilt. Usually going on tilt results in either a couple things. You get back green for the day, or you just blow up the account. Because, yeah, sometimes when you go on tilt, you get extra aggressive, and to be fair, yes, it works out. But it's always about, well, what are the habits being built? Oh, back down we go. So this is just getting very choppy right here. Gold. You did that last night. You went on tilt or what? Tilt and blew up an account. Oh, yep. Yeah, there's really no middle ground for tilt. I'm blowing my accounts on tilt and revenge trading. Well, yeah, that's kind of like what tilt is like revenge trading, FOMO chasing. Like basically anything that you're not supposed to do as a trader, you start doing when on tilt, including the revenge trading. So yeah. Ty is long at 312. All right. Where's your stop at? Where's your stop at, Ty? Ty, how are you not a mod yet? All right. Ty has proven himself time and time again. So Ty, you are now a moderator. Add as moderator. So, Ty, I know you didn't ask for this, but sorry, that's the way things, I just throw modded ship on people. But yes, if you don't mind, please leave the timeouts and the banning people to me. But if you see something that is just crazy and needs to be deleted, then fire away. But welcome aboard, Ty. Thank you for being an asset to the room. Just took a little while. Just took a little long on gold. Hit target price. Good job, Denvers. I expect you to be here 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. I pay in Twinkies. And you get one Twinkie a week. And this is not, there's no choice involved. Like, that's just the expectation. So if you do have another job, I expect you to quit that. Because you, and when you go in and resign, you can say, somebody forced the mod ship on me, and they're paying me one Twinkie a week. So I resign. And then you can spit on the floor and walk out. You know when you're on tilt, but it's hard to stop. Yeah, no, it is. It is definitely hard to stop. That is where the live stream helps me out. Because I can flat out just say, I'm going to be on tilt or I am on tilt, so I may not trade for the next 15 minutes. And then everybody here, you know, we call that the penalty box. Which you can do too, but when other people aren't there to hold you accountable, it's a little easier to break out of the penalty box. I am golfing. That's got to be golfing. You're golfing right now? Gold. Oh, gold? Gold. Where's gold? Oh, it's getting close. Okay. Maybe another short here on gold. Purple Haze, 20. I'm back. Good to have you back, Purple Haze. Can I be a moderator's assistant's intern? Maybe. But that's a very hard hard role to fill. I'm long gold 132. Just so you know, Hoover, hopefully you have smaller size, because that's in gold, that's a very big stop. Maybe you already know this, but I think today you just started with gold, so you're still a pretty big newbie, but that is a big stop, 12 points. So this area, I got to move this down. So this is definitely like the level that everybody and their brother's uncle is still watching. Tricky area. There, resistance and still a resistance right there. 320, 318 to 320, I'd call the resistance zone. So that is gold trader got decimated today. Yes, I would agree. Long-sided gold traders definitely got long. But if you were short gold today, you got paid. Brickton account when I started touching gold is went in with an NQ size stop and wanted it jackknife. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That is where, if you're going to try to trade a new contract of something, then I always say hop on down to the micros and start with one and then kind of build from there. So what are you talking slave wage? What are you talking about? One Twinkie a week is not slave wages. That's good pay. I mean, granted, they're off-brand Twinkies, but that's still fine. Yeah, exactly. Optional. Well, I'm glad that it only took you one time to learn that lesson. That's good. I'm not going to say there may or may be somebody out there that I may or may not know, and they may or may not have needed multiple smacks in the face before they finally get something. I'm not confirming or denying. Gold break? Oh, it did break. Okay. I'm going to go for a buy at that green line. Buying up here, a little too nerve-wracking for me, but if it wants to pull back to that green line, I will try a buy right there. Does gold move at market open? Not as much. I don't think so. It doesn't seem to move as much, Kyle. But again, I'm still relatively new, and usually I'm watching MNQ at open, so I have not really watched gold like a lot. Again, looking to try to buy this pullback here. I have my green line out there. That green line represents my attempted buy order. Gold open is 9. Well, no, I think what he's asking is when the New York Stock Exchange opens, like the NQs get like a surge. So he's asking that about gold. At 9:30 a.m. Eastern, does gold also all of a sudden see kind of like a jump? That's what he's asking. Right, I'm pretty sure that's what he's asking. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kyle. I don't want to speak for you, but I think that's what you mean. Again, trying to be patient. Trying to look for a pullback here to this green line. Again, yes, I realize that the official open is at 8:20. But what's being asked is at 9:30 a.m. when the New York Stock Exchange opens, does gold see more volatility like NQ does, for example? I just got fired for watching your stream while at work. Well, tell your boss to drop me an email. I'll explain. I'll say he had no choice. All right, here we go. Trying to get long at that green line. Oh, I don't like how it hit me and didn't fill me. That's not good. I don't like that one bit. I don't like that one bit. What's MNQ doing? Ooh, that's got a little bit of a pullback here too, huh? Yee. That's a pretty nasty, man. The breakout and then a just complete, I don't want to say collapse. That's a powerful word, but that's a rough pullback. I don't know, man. This action right now, this action. Whoops. Yee. All right, well, I'm glad I canceled that order out. That was, the Spidey senses worked on that one. I don't know. Let's see if this one's come down and then, no, now it's already bouncing back up. Well, before I forget again, let's just do this because I know some people are wondering, and it's always important. But what am I doing here? What I've been doing? What do I believe in? Day trading futures through a prop firm. So we have a couple different categories of where you may find yourself. So if you're a beginner to the world of prop firms, you've kind of seen this and you're convinced, wow, day trading futures through a prop firm is the best way to go about it. But like, where do I start with the prop firms? So in that situation, you're not a beginner trader per se, but you are a beginner to the prop firms. So as a beginner, start with Take Profit Trader. They're king of the mountain. They're the best ones out there, I believe. And the reason for beginners is because, well, they're going to have a very clean set of rules. And that's what you want. You don't want to get overwhelmed. These other prop firms, they're not bad. They just have more rules. So from the lens of a beginner, Take Profit Trader, such a clean set of rules, easy to follow. And that's why beginner. Now, if you are experienced and you have not yet used Take Profit Trader within your empire building, definitely give them a try. I promise you will love them. How can I make that promise? I've yet to meet an experienced prop firm trader that uses Take Profit Trader, gets to the pro phase, gets to the payout phase, and then complains about daily payouts. I've yet to meet anybody complaining about daily payouts, and that is what Take Profit Trader opens up to you. And then going back to starting off here, so like I said, if you're a beginner, eventually, like I said, the more you use Take Profit Trader, you're gonna get a foundation. You're gonna understand prop firms that much better, and then you're eventually gonna become experienced. At that point in time, if you want to expand out, build your prop firm empire, get even more accounts, then that is where hopping on over there. You know, there's other prop firms that you can, look through, and you'll have a much better idea of what sort of things matter to you the most and what you'll ultimately want. And then also just a lot of you have asked, which I appreciate. Hey, Clay, I use, prop firm, whatever, and I enjoy the live stream. I want to support the live stream. So do you have a code with this prop firm? Because I'll use it to help support the live stream. So if that's you, then like I said, there are some ways that we can help support the live stream. The one note is on Funding Ticks, the code is actually Clay Trader. But on all these other ones, the code is Clay. If you, like I said, you want to get the best deals and then help support the live stream, because that is the lifeblood. And from a very transparent business-like standpoint, that is the lifeblood of the live stream. If you've noticed, there are no ads that played. I have the YouTube ads turned off, so there's zero revenue from ads. And at the end of the day, I need to make this worth my time. If I'm going to take 4 hours out of my schedule, then the responsible thing to do as a father and husband is to make sure I'm monetizing my time in one way or another. And yeah, Code Clay helps support the live stream in that regard. I know that irritates some people, but it's just the truth of the matter. So if you want to help the live stream, if you want to ensure that it continues, then Code Clay not only saves you money anyways, gives you the current promotions, but it also helps support the live stream. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. On your way out, hit that like button if you don't mind. Make sure you're a subscriber. If you have not yet subscribed, do that, and also turn on notifications. That way you are reminded of when I do go live. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call it good. So I appreciate you all being here. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. So I hope you all have the good rest of your days. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you back tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.